Vegeta, what does the scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean...
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
It's over?
It's over 8,000!
What eight? Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been fighting kaiju all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Giants Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Brothers, coming to you live and direct from the Shack. Smoke y'all family that thing shit on my left. Hold attention to the world did.
With great Jenkins comes great responsibility. Ooh, on my far right,
Oathbreaker, why are you still doing the intro? I thought you were fired or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's your Blue. What up?
Vegeta,
Do it all
what
off.
does the scouter
The best
say
advice
about
I've
their
ever heard
subscriber
is never
count?
use harder as your safe word.
Damn. That is some great advice. Damn. Oathbreaker was all thrown off for being called an Oathbreaker.
Shit.
Thrown.
He doesn't look anything like Denzel.
Of course he doesn't. But yeah, R.I.P. Frank Lucas. I mean, he was, black version of Walter White.
I'm surprised. He made it to his 70s, 80s?
I believe
He's an old man.
Did he die in prison?
Yeah, he was in prison from like 80s to like 99 or some shit like that.
Well, if what the movie said was true, he literally flew drugs back in the caskets of dead soldiers.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. So
This was during the Nam.
let's not make this guy a fucking hero.
Yeah,
or
that's
some
what I'm
shit.
saying. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I wasn't trying to give him credit. He was a black fucking narcotics dealer, but he was doing shit that no one thought. People did not give him credit, thinking that we as black men,
We can sell drugs that good.
or that we could think about a process like this, like we were as good as the Mexicans.
There was definitely a difference between what he did and just the average like street dealer.
Oh yeah,
He
he
was on a higher level
had
than that.
he had way bigger ambitions than that. Yeah.
No. So who's our listener of the week?
Oh, he was 88, by the way.
Sorry, I was trying to get the live stream
Oh,
up.
that's fine.
Shit was all fucked up. Terra Seeds is a listener of the week. That would be a new listener.
That sounds like a rap name.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate it. I wonder if you're somebody that saw us at the Fanime panel. We saw a bunch of new listeners after that.
I hope so.
So we definitely appreciate it. And first in the chat would be Warrior Fella. What's going on? We got to see him live in person.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've
Again,
seen,
right?
Yeah,
we've
we've seen
seen
him
him
before, yeah.
numerous times, but we put name to ID.
Well, he was in the chat before the fucking live stream was even up. He was chatting because we were having some technical difficulties, but it's fixed now. So.
Shit.
You see what our homegirl Sam set up in the
Yeah,
chat?
Samantha was like, well, where BBC's at?
Yeah.
Oh,
Much love
Sorry,
to
we're
her.
here now.
Wow, thunk
We're here now.
right on
Wait,
the
what was-
table.
What did Warrior Fella? What was his first? Since he was first in the chat room, what did he say?
He
What's
said
his-
he's got a Mace Windu Ultra Saber, which is a really good.
Oh shit! I
saber.
just
Those
saw
are pretty
one.
dope.
I literally just saw one
Yeah.
in Niles Canyon, which is close by here. And one of the guys from this like antique store that had a copy of one, and he was like, "Oh, check this out." I almost turned around and was like, "I need that."
Those
But-
are some of the best lightsabers you can buy.
Oh my God.
It's the
and
ones
they're
that-
pricey.
That's
Yeah,
the one
they
you
are
can
pricey.
actually use, right? Like,
Yeah.
Sort of, yes.
kind of act
Well,
with
yeah,
yeah.
it's
There's a
not
special
recommended.
attachment,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's not recommended that you battle somebody with it. It's fucking expensive. But
Fuck,
yes,
it gotta be durable then.
it is. It is actually doable. I've seen people use it, but it's like not recommended.
Yeah.
And like you can take the blade out actually too.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
But Warrior Fella, I believe, he's a huge Star Wars fan. I think we saw him cosplaying as Finn one year.
He did.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Good
I
shit.
forget what con that was, but yeah.
I
remember
think it
that,
was Silicon Valley.
I
if
think
I
it
want to be
was.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's
it
either
was.
that or it could have been WonderCon even. Maybe.
One of them.
One of them.
All right, where y'all
Yeah.
want to go first?
So we want to start with some movie reviews. We got
Yeah.
a few of them.
Oh, hold on. As we're talking about movies, I got to talk about fucking John Wick.
Oh, okay.
How I almost choked somebody out in the fucking middle of the movie theater.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
talk about
yeah,
that.
So I was like, dude. So this is the first time this ever happened to me. All right, where I actually had to tell somebody to shut the fuck up, but I did it politely. All right, so John Wick, the movie starts. You know, John Wick 3, Parabellum, and as the movie starts, these two dudes next to me just kept chatting, and like one of their friends next to them
Where are you
kept
watching
chatting.
this?
It was in San Jose. It was at what's it called?
The AMC
Santana
or?
Row.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh.
not a bad part of town.
Oh, you weren't at
in a row.
You weren't at Icon, huh? Because they have 2 theaters there. There's one there and one across the street.
No, we're at Cine some shit.
Cinema,
oh,
Cinema
yeah.
12 or something.
Cinequest.
It's a
Cinemark,
nice theater, you know.
whatever.
Next to Ike's.
Anyway,
Yeah.
they were talking. You know, the movie starts. There wasn't dialogue yet, but dialogue goes on. They keep talking, and I was just like, "You all right?"
Fucking
said something
Samantha
funny.
in the chat, dude.
Damn.
Buddy.
Sorry,
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah,
No,
Blue
go
almost choked.
So she's at she's on Ask O Ninja. Where can I find a Ultra Saber vibrator?
Oh,
Oh,
man.
they're definitely out there.
Yeah,
They're definitely out
you gonna have to hit us up at the DM.
I'll make me spit out my yak.
Anyway, so you know the movie starts. There's dialogue going. They keep talking. More dialogue coming. They keep talking, and I was just like, I'm fucking getting pissed. It's like me and K-Max date night. We don't get very many date nights, and I'm like, do I potentially ruin this date night by fucking these people up next to me?
They're to the side or behind
To
you?
the side, like literally right next to me. So there's like no way I could not hear them, you know, because they're right next to me. So after a while, like literally maybe like 5 minutes max goes by, and they're talking. I'm like, I look at the guy next to me. I'm like, hey man, can you stop talking? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. He's a white dude next to me. And this black dude next to him that he was talking to looks at me and goes, you don't gotta be a dick about it. I look at him, I go, uh-huh. And I fucking start watching the movie. They shut the fuck up the whole goddamn movie.
Good.
So I was like, dude, either enjoy this movie, enjoy John Wick, or you're about to get fucking John Wick in this fucking theater. Because I was like, I haven't seen this fucking movie, and you guys are just talking like you're at home or some shit, but this isn't the way you talk about some shit. Shut the fuck up and enjoy the movie. You know?
And they tell you that before every show.
Literally, yeah. And then there was, you know what's funny? Before this shit even started, there was a guy down at the bottom when the previews are going, and he was on his phone the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish I had a fucking laser pointer.
Oh.
Because like if the movie starts and he's still on his phone, I'll fucking definitely laser point that shit. And then all of a sudden these guys start talking to the movie. I'm
During
just like,
previews, I think it's fine.
during previews,
Yeah,
it's
previews
fine.
fine.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
'cause
fine.
who gives
Talk all
a
you
fuck?
want. But like during the fucking movie, shut the fuck up. Like I'm not. I didn't pay money to listen to you banter about your bullshit life.
Yeah.
I came here to watch John Wick shoot people in the face. You know?
There you go.
And kill motherfuckers with knives and horses and shit.
Yeah.
So-
that movie was fucking dope.
Yeah, what's your take on the movie?
Oh, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was full of fucking violence. I think some of you guys said there was parts where you had to look away. Was it the part with the guy with the eye?
Yeah,
The
I was like, oh,
Uh,
no, I can't.
he saw that shit coming.
Yeah,
Just saying.
he definitely did.
Yeah, that shit was great.
He saw the name brand of that fucking knife.
Yeah, it was good to see Holly Berry's get down. You know, I was like, damn, with the two. Have you watched it yet?
I haven't seen it, but go ahead.
Shit, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
All right, well, I mean, it's a good movie.
I'll see it eventually.
Do you agree with like I think a couple of weeks ago when we reviewed it, I said that it's just like Max Fury Road where there's not really a story. It's just
Mad Max?
all action.
I mean, there is a story.
I mean, there is, but it's like it's kind of the same thing where he flies to try to redeem himself and he comes back, and that's basically what they did in Max Road. He went all the way to this area and then came back.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta. I think this whole trilogy is really interesting because they basically don't stop the timeline.
yeah,
Right.
that's
At
true.
the end of the first one is the start of the second one. The end of the second one is the start of the third one. So you're like missing no time here.
Yeah.
So if you don't watch like the previous movies, the movie's gonna be seen like really fucked up. Just like, why is this guy all fucked up? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing?
Why is
You
he
have to
mad?
watch 'em. Yeah, you have to watch them like all in a row.
Yeah.
And it was good to see like people that I knew in the movie. You know, like the guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
in
yeah.
there. Got his dick bit off, but yeah.
And
Wait, I thought he didn't know that's right.
No,
he didn't die in
different.
the first one.
There's a different character. No, he does die in the second one.
Dion, okay.
There's another character
Different
from
guy.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
See, like-
What's his name? Braun is in this one.
Gotcha.
See, like when I was watching the third one, I'm like, oh man, what the hell? Where's Cameron or Cameron? Not Comment. Like, where's Comment? Because he was in the second
He's
one.
in the fucking hospital.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, oh yeah, this continues from the second one, so he's probably still in the fucking in the subway with the knife stabbed in his fucking abdomen or
Yeah,
some
he's
shit.
Definitely not okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though is that he's not the main villain, but like the main I guess the head badass.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy from fucking the American cooking show.
Ninja
Oh,
Warrior.
A
I
la
know.
Cuisine.
It's
Oh,
Mark
yeah,
Dacascos.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's Mark
That's great.
Dacascos.
I'm like, and so I told K-Max, she's like, oh my god, that was him. I was like, yeah, he's like a legit actor.
Like when I was watching it, I was like, I know this guy from somewhere. I couldn't remember where. But right when you said, it, I was like,
Iron
oh
Chef.
yeah, he's Iron Chef.
Iron
Yeah.
Chef's great.
on
He's
that.
the Iron Chef guy in America.
I know. Yeah, I didn't know he act.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
been
an
acting.
actor.
He's been acting for a minute.
Common got fucked up by Joker in Suicide Squad, and he got fucked up in John Wick.
Oh,
too.
he did, because he tried to fuck Harley Quinn, and then Joker fucks him up.
Anyway,
I'll
You
tell
know,
what,
Common.
though.
characters usually get fucked up in these movies. Like even in Wanted.
Yeah, he did get fucked
Like-
up.
And he got fucked up in another one too. I can't remember the name. Was it Seven Slevin or whatever? Something Slevin.
Oh,
What was the one
I've
with-
seen Slevin. Yeah, I don't remember him
Was
in
it that one?
I know he gets fucked up in Street Kings. He was hella badass, and then him and Keanu Reeves are in that shit too. Keanu Reeves fucks him up in that movie.
I'll tell you what though. Keanu Reeves is the only man on the planet that can have a shitty beard and get away with it. His beard is so fucking shitty.
Yeah, it's kind of
But
patchy, man.
it just works for that dude.
It
You
does.
know, it just works for
John
him.
Wick. And actually, I mean, there's been obviously in the Neo or Matrix movies, he didn't have any beard back in the day.
Yeah, he's pretty
But,
clean shaven.
He's just carved himself a fucking niche over the course of what, 25, 30 years now?
I'm like
Well,
that.
what's weird is that he used to be known as kind of like a shitty actor.
Yeah,
right?
Bill and Ted.
Even in Speed, he was like, yeah, he was
Yeah,
okay.
a little stiff.
Then he did The Matrix, and it was like he did a lot better acting, but then he also did way better action.
Yeah.
Right? I think John Wick is like he's a decent actor and he does really good action.
And he's
Yeah.
done smaller, like, romantic comedy parts, too.
Yeah,
Like, he's done some of everything.
He was in a movie that I was actually watching last night. It was like it was an Asian rom-com.
Yeah.
And he was in that as like himself.
Yeah,
He
isn't
was-
that the-
as
Oh
a
yeah,
douchebag, though.
it
one
was
on Netflix?
what's it called?
So Call Me
Maybe.
No.
Or You'll
It was like a
Always Be
play
My
on that.
Maybe.
Always Be My
Oh,
Maybe.
always,
there you go.
yeah, always be on my maybe. Yeah.
Great soundtrack, by the way.
I watched that movie just because Keanu Reeves was gonna be in it,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to see the part that he was in because that shit was fucking funny. Because
Yeah, it is.
so there's an Asian girl and she's talking to her friend and like she's like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's here, and he walks in, it's fucking Keanu Reeves, and like, oh, it's just gonna be Keanu Reeves playing a person like another person or whatever.
Nope.
But no, he's playing himself. And he's just walking around, the music's playing, his fucking hair is like blowing, so he like walks over and starts talking to other people. It's great.
But he's super douchey.
Yeah.
Like in real life, I don't think he'd be that douche because I've seen like videos of him like outside of movies and stuff. He doesn't seem like a douche, but in this one he's like ultra douchey.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty funny because, like, in the show, it's by Ali Wong. Ali Wong's
Yeah.
the main character. She's she's a comedian. She's also one of the writers for Fresh Off the Boat.
Okay.
And I think her boyfriend or whatever, he's from Fresh
He's
Off
the
the
star
Boat.
on Fresh Off the Boat,
Yeah.
which is funny.
he was also in that movie. He played Kim Jong Un.
Oh, and
Yeah,
The one with Seth Rogen.
yeah.
He's in
yeah,
that.
he
That's
lost
him.
weight.
He also
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
he lost
he's
weight.
also in Ant-Man. He plays the FBI guy.
He
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ant-Man
that's
and Wasp. Yeah.
That's hella funny.
But I
He
was
does
really
that.
surprised on Halle Berry's like action because usually she's been in like James Bond and stuff like that, but like to see her being like badass and like using the guns and everything was fucking pretty dope.
Dude,
I
It's
would
the
honestly, I would watch a spinoff with her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
seriously.
too.
But you know what's funny is that back in the day, it's funny you brought up James Bond, is that when she was in that movie, they were legit putting in development Jinx. That was the name of her character.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to do a spinoff of Jinx.
Oh, wow.
In the same universe, but it just kind of fell apart. But I wish that they would do a spinoff of her in a movie because it's good.
Which Bonds? She was in the ones that before.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce,
Yeah,
yeah, the
Yeah,
like
night-
the last
It was
one,
the last one. It was like
Okay.
like Casino Royale. I think?
Was it? No, it was like Die Another Day or something.
Yeah. But when you're watching the John Wick and you see Halle Berry's team, like when she's on the screen, they mainly focus on her. Like they actually focus away from John Wick, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool. Which makes it seem like, oh, okay, maybe she's gonna take on the mantle of like the killer or whatever. I don't know. That's the impression I got,
She was
but it
fucking
didn't go that way.
badass though.
I'm
They're
already
fucking
hearing.
dogs.
I'm already hearing a whole lot of industry buzz that John Wick 4 is already kind of green.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's
So-
definitely.
it kind of
yeah.
it kind of needs to because one, he's kind of older and they need to get it out because like there's a good window for them. If not, they'll miss an opportunity.
Well, and the end of this one is like it's wide open. Like
Yeah.
if they don't make a new one, it's just like
Oh,
what the fuck.
keep doing it.
So yeah, just keep doing it. So yeah, it's not gonna get old.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
Wasn't there also rumors about him playing, maybe him playing Wolverine?
So there's that, but I think the more substantial ones are him coming into the MCU with the Eternals. But I don't know what character. It's all rumor mill right now.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see. But
great.
so everybody
Hey.
loved John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick was. I mean, Halle Berry's scene that stole the show for me. Her dogs actually stole the show for me. That shit
yeah.
was the shit that they were doing. I mean, I've seen dogs in action doing shit, but I mean, they were heavily featured, and she's calling out commands, and they're just wrecking shit, like tearing shit up, and she's doing her gun contest shit. It's fucking great.
Nice shit.
Yeah, it's ultra violence.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
I think-
and like the guy that played the head villain, I forget his fucking name. He's like basically a goddamn ninja.
Yeah.
But he is hilarious. In
Oh,
the
he
movie.
is.
He's
yeah.
hilarious.
Mark Dacascos. He's all,
Yeah.
he's a fucking cool dude.
And so are his his minions. They're pretty funny too. They're
Yeah.
actually one of the guys. I think he's from the Raid.
2 of the guys are from the Raid.
Yeah,
They're from
yeah.
the Raid 2.
Yeah, but it's just
Or yeah, actually they're in both of them, I think, something like that. But they're in the Raid.
they're like funny ass action scenes. You know.
Yeah, it's funny to me because when you watch the Raid, everyone's the same height, and then you see them in John Wick, they're like
tiny.
2 feet shorter than freaking, maybe 3 feet shorter than freaking Keanu Reeves. It was like, what the fuck? That's fucking weird. But they was not fucking around though.
Yeah, but it was cool. We got to see like action, like we got to see like ninja shit, like shit that was in like Batman Begins or whatever, where you got to see like people popping out of no fucking where, and that shit just kept fucking with me too. I was like, how? And they're in a glass goddamn room, like
Yeah.
where the fuck they're popping out from? I mean, like filming wise, I know where they're coming from, but like, how are they like sneaking up on John Wick out of, in a glass fucking room? It's like,
And then
what the fuck?
it's cool because when he does it,
Yeah, I was like, holy
he's
shit.
all, yeah, and then you're like, oh, nice trick, Mr. Wick. And I was like, dude, this is great.
Yeah, it's
I
fucking
just
pretty
love.
good.
I do. I mean, the villain was great because he was no slouch, but he kept like wanting like kudos and critiques from John Wick.
Yeah.
He's like, was that pretty good? You like that, right? Like, do you think I
Yeah.
should do this? You think I should that? What did you think, man? I was fucking dying. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious.
So this is kind of weird. I think they should call the next movie The Matrix because the way this one ended. Because you saw like how it ended, the 2 characters.
Oh yeah,
This should just be The Matrix.
I think it's,
this is
well, they need to bring Carrie Ann Moss.
Yeah, she'll come in the
if
next
she
one.
shows, she shows up, holy shit, I'll
That'd be
fucking lose my
hilarious.
mind. Oh my god,
I haven't seen her in a while.
she's in fucking, she's in.
She was in Jessica Jones.
Yeah, she's in Jessica Jones. She was.
Daredevil.
She got some serious hips, man.
She doesn't. She does now. She didn't before.
It's funny if
yeah.
you go back and watch like The Matrix, like she had a little curve on her, but if you go and watch like Daredevil or
Jessica Jones,
you're
she
like,
thick
what the
as-
fuck happened?
The
She
first
thick as
Matrix
hell.
was 99.
Yeah,
but
Literally 20 years
She
ago.
thick is because in what was it I think in the Defenders or whatnot, she's supposed to be dying and she like strips naked almost, and you see that thickness in all the right places. I was like, God dang,
Damn, Hogarth.
Hogarth.
Y'all see Godzilla, King of the Monster?
I
did.
did not. You know what's funny though is that I saw some of the previews, and I think the critics that watch this movie are dumb as fuck. Because I saw a bunch, like more than one review say that, oh, the monster parts were good, but the human parts were kind of lacking. I'm like, motherfuckers, you should not give a shit about the fucking humans in a monster movie. It's about the fucking monsters.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why the fucking first couple of ones that came to America fucking suck, because they focused on the human characters. I don't give a shit about the humans unless they're dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, in general, that's absolutely correct. In this one, there's a lot of time that you spend with the humans. In fact, sometimes it's too much where you're not seeing monsters.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, it's like
You know, and obviously everybody going into they've been making these movies since the 50s, so
Do you know?
everybody goes in for the fucking monsters.
Do you know
and the
why
CGI.
they made the Godzilla movies?
Well, Japan responding to the whole bombing
nuclear
thing.
war.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they were just trying to show like how bad nuclear war or nuclear activity is on the environment, and that
Yeah,
having nuclear stuff will create monsters and shit.
successfully in terms of like fiction, getting people to think.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
first. Have you ever seen the first black and white one?
Oh yeah.
Longest fucking time ago. It's been a while.
and it was actually some environmental horror story kind of think piece stuff with
Yeah.
some explosions. But anyway,
So
you
saw
saw
it?
it, though.
Yeah, I saw it. Of course I saw it. I had to see it. It's Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Gojira.
See,
What-
did you like? So I love the CGI.
Oh,
Everything with that.
Oh, you
worked.
saw it too?
Yeah, I saw
mean-
it.
Oh, nice.
I have to say, I mean, with a lot of the critics, the humans do stupid shit. They're doing dumb shit. Like
Eleven's
the main-
mom especially.
She did the dumbest shit.
Hated
She
her.
did stupid shit. I'm like, dude, this is Vera Farmiga. She's an amazing actress. She's like Academy Award level winning. She hasn't won, but she's on that level. And her character does the dumbest shit. She has the dumbest motivations. I'm like, really, bitch? Like, you're really gonna fucking basically destroy the world just because you lost a kid? Like, a bunch of people lost fucking kids. Not get over it, but just like, you don't need to condemn the whole planet just because you lost a family member. Like, what the fuck? And the
literally
kid,
that bad.
like, I was cool with Millie Bobby Brown playing the daughter. She was cool all the way to the end because then she starts doing what her mom does. I'm like, you dumb little fucking brat. This is fucking dumb. Like, The only reason the humans are in the film is to give you commentary.
Yep.
Like they give you the names and they give you where they're potentially from, and that's kind of it. There's actually two that stand out. Most of the other critics, they really love Ken Watanabe because he brought it.
Yeah, he did.
He was holding it down for the humans, and then for me it was the dad. The guy who was the dad,
What did you say, Ken? What?
Ken Watanabe.
Watanabe?
Sure. That's what I said.
The dad was alright.
Yeah, the dad. Well, the dad. I like the thing that he starts out hating Godzilla, and then he becomes his biggest fan.
Yeah.
Or he realizes that he's more of an asset than a fucking thing. The monster sequences, though, were fucking amazing.
Yep.
The monster fights, they fucking brought it. They did not disappoint. Like Godzilla came and brought it. King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
They brought it with him. Like he wasn't a slouch. It was a fucking full on fight. I felt like the King Ghidorah had an advantage over Godzilla at one point.
Certainly.
But the humans fuck shit up. And they spend the rest of the movie trying to fix it. But then there's other monsters that come out that were great too. We get to see Rodan done right. Mothra did her thing, which was great, and they didn't have the weird priestess like they did back in the 60s. The monsters, this is a monster movie for monsters. You're going to have to ignore the humans if you see this, but the fights were amazing. The monsters look great. They fucking pound you over the head about fucking Skull Island and King Kong and shit. We know it's coming. Stop fucking saying it every 15 fucking minutes. I get it.
When I went in, I didn't even realize that this was in the same universe until they
Really?
kept reminding.
You don't remember at the end of Kong, or did you see Kong? Because your girl's in it.
Did I?
I didn't see Kong.
I didn't see Kong
Actually,
either.
you know
Kong
what?
Skull
I'm sorry,
Island?
I'm thinking of the older Kong.
Oh
Never
no,
mind.
I'm thinking of the one with Tom Hiddleston, Samuel
Samuel
Jackson,
Jackson.
and Brie Larson.
And that was 2 years ago, right?
Wait, isn't
Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
is that the one also
Hey.
with Jack Black? Is he in it too?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
no. Jack Black's in the Peter Jackson one.
Or Jumanji.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not in that.
As a girl, he's actually hilarious in that shit.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite movie of his now.
Yeah, at the end of Kong, they show a cave drawing of Ghidorah, or fuck,
Godzilla?
no, not Godzilla, the three-headed fucking dragon.
Yeah, the
Gosh,
Alpha,
Yeah.
Rodan.
Not Rodan.
So
the
how-
King Ghidorah.
How does
There
it?
you go.
Did you guys watch the Netflix show of Godzilla?
The anime?
The anime?
anime?
No,
I saw
not
the
yet.
First one.
Because there's three of them.
Yeah, this one is on par.
All
you know, in fact, better. You know, because you get live
Well-
action CGI.
Well, I think
awesome
even the anime one, I think, focused more on the people than the monsters.
Yeah, I mean, I look at anime a little bit differently from
Yeah.
like the theatrical live action, but
Especially American.
and the only other slight complaint, you know, I prefer, obviously, when I think of Godzilla, I always think of Japan and Tokyo being fucked up, and this is
In America.
Yeah.
mostly Western Hemisphere cities, I think.
Yeah, it's mostly most of the U.S. I mean, they give you a map
Yeah.
of other creatures around the world. Oh, actually, there's a huge sequence in South America.
Yeah.
So, but I
Like I
mean,
said, Western
but
Hemisphere.
but most of it is the U.S.
Yeah.
Like Boston's a huge point, and then wherever the fuck on California. Apparently, San Francisco got fucked up from the 2014 one because apparently everyone evacuated San Francisco.
Yeah, and this.
As you would.
Yeah.
and this,
Well,
this seems to take place pretty much right after them too.
no,
You
this
know,
is I think it's a couple years
well,
later.
I'm sorry. They show that scene.
Oh yeah.
And
They
that's
show
where
a few
it
of
picks
those
up
scenes.
off of. But
But-
all the way around, it's a solid fucking monster movie.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a whole bunch of complaints other than Eleven's mom was cringy as fuck.
Did they-
She just had stupid motivations. Just really, bitch?
Did they hint at Mega Godzilla or anything?
No,
Or-
they hint at King Kong a lot.
And that's the
I mean,
next
he's
movie
in-
for 2020, I believe.
Yeah, I mean
Mechagodzilla?
he's even not Mechagodzilla. There's a hint.
Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, there's a. I mean, you even see Kong for 3 seconds.
But did they hint
Yeah.
at Mecha Barbara Streisand?
Oh my goodness.
Babura, Babura.
Oh my god.
If you don't get that reference, you're too young. You should be listening to this podcast.
Watch South Park, goddammit.
I love that shit. Yeah, but it was all the way around solid.
Yeah, I thought this was definitely solid. I'm kind of biased when it comes to Godzilla, but I mean the humans, they were just seriously, I was and O'Shea Jackson, I thought he was gonna have more to do. Nope. His commander, she's in a bunch of other shit. She had one really like great scene. She could have technically ended it all, but
She was too goddamn thick for that uniform.
She was,
Holy
but she could
fuck,
she
was
could
thick.
shoot.
Yeah.
I mean,
God damn.
but then that was her heyday. After that, she kind of like is background. And
What
I'm
you
like,
gonna do against giant
yeah,
monsters?
but I mean, I thought she was gonna do more. I mean, she was in command but I thought she was gonna, I don't know. I thought from like her and the army's perspective, they were gonna do a little more. I mean, yeah, they help out Godzilla. Yeah, I get that, but this is Godzilla's movie. He ain't no fucking slouch.
Is this like? Are they doing their own like giant monster universe? Like,
Oh, yeah,
they're
already-
gonna do
already-
with the-
already done.
It's
dark-
already like
Yeah.
on the second or third stage almost.
Yes, it's third stage. So
Yeah.
fourth one is next year with Kong versus Godzilla. So
I'm with it.
Did anybody say Godzilla that way, like the old school?
Actually,
Godzilla.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
Oh man, they missed out on fucking
They do
golden
say
opportunity.
different forms of his name, but
Do they call him like? Do they even mention like kaiju's and stuff like that? Or
a little. Yeah, someone
They
says
allude
it.
to it. I think.
Well, I think
don't think I heard kaiju.
I think one of the little scientist chicks, she says kaiju once.
Gotcha.
Is there an
Maybe.
episode in Godzilla where Godzilla versus Ultraman?
Maybe.
I
wanna-
think there is.
Yeah,
feel like
that's
there
super
should be.
old.
Like with the guy in the suit kind of
Yeah,
battling.
It's suit on suit.
Probably.
Godzilla.
Yeah, we'll see.
Worth watching, y'all.
It is worth it. I mean, I highly recommend watching it in the theater.
Did they hint at little baby Godzilla? Remember that?
The son
Or
of
Son of
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
So I think they do just a little bit, but it's super subtle. It's not like over the head like Godzilla's pregnant or some shit.
There was a whole movie.
Yeah, there was a whole. Oh, Godzilla versus
Ultraman.
Ultraman.
What year did that come out?
was 54?
Maybe.
I say 70s.
You say 70s? I say 54.
I could be wrong.
Is it a comic or just?
Watch it be 90.
Well, I know Godzilla did pretty well because it knocked off Aladdin and a few other movies from the top spot.
Dude,
Yeah,
Godzilla.
Rocket Man or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it actually didn't do that well. I mean, it made like 50 million or
I thought it
something
made
like that.
70 million.
Domestically.
Yeah,
I
domestically
thought
it made 50 million, but I think worldwide, I think it made like 100 something.
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe a
I
little more.
mean, big monsters. That's what, if you want to see big monsters, that's what you see.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And I think the one from 14 did all right, and Kong did all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the critics say if you took the human emotion from the first one and merged it with the fight scenes from this one, you'd have a perfect movie. This would be a 10 out of 10. Pretty
I
much.
think they were saying this one actually didn't do as much as the last Godzilla movie,
Oh,
the
maybe.
one with the incest thing going on or whatever,
Ah.
with Quicksilver.
Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
Having a little kid.
We'll
I
see.
think that one made about
Made
100
more?
million. Yeah, opening weekend, just
Yeah.
opening weekend.
Oh, opening
weekend.
yeah.
Who knows?
Eh.
Who fucking knows? All right. Did y'all already talk about Boondocks?
No, we have not.
No,
This is fucking big, man.
this
It
is
is.
huge. We've been wanting this for years.
I thought Aaron
it was fake.
McGruder was done,
Mhm.
like completely done. Remember, it's a star-studded fucking voice acting cast. You
Yes.
got Samuel Jackson. You got fucking
Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy.
R.I.P..
All right,
You know.
yeah, we got Reese. What's his name?
We have Regina.
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon. Yeah.
Yeah, but now they have Academy Award-winning Regina King. Is she gonna come back?
Yeah.
she's gotta come back.
I mean, she's been winning Emmys on TV and Oscars in film. So
Yeah. That's
Is
hard
she
to
coming?
do.
That's
Can
hard
they
to
afford her, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
can they afford her with that money? I mean, Cartoon Network, if it comes to Adult Swim, they may try to count them pennies to get her back.
I really hope they do because I mean, she did an excellent job of casting, doing both.
Yeah, she's,
Riley and
yeah, she's Riley and Huey.
Huey's the voice.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Plus, there's so much fucking material.
Oh,
There is.
oh God,
I mean,
so much fucking
and
material.
yes, they get super political at times.
They
And all
do.
And
that.
it's good though.
Yeah.
Like when they did the whole Dick riding Obama thing, I was
Oh,
like, oh, thank
yeah.
you.
They did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But
the R.
like,
Kelly thing.
you could do R. Kelly again.
Yes.
They've
yeah.
done no episodes during the Trump era at
No.
all. I
That's a
mean,
big one.
Nope, no Trump.
there is all kinds of material that they
Yeah.
left.
Yes.
Because when did they stop? Season 3 ended, I want to say,
Season 4.
08, 09?
Season 4.
It's
Season 4 ended maybe 2010.
The last season, Aaron wasn't with them. Remember,
Really?
that was the
Yeah.
thing with quality that fucking sucked.
Yeah. I know that season 4 was shorter than the
The
rest
final
of them.
episode was 2014, so it's been
Yeah.
5 years.
Okay.
Like-
Like I said, that last season, he wasn't with them,
Yeah, he
and
wasn't.
nobody fucking enjoyed it. I do
Well,
remember
I
that
gotta
shit.
look up the episodes because I don't even remember.
I mean, there's the one because they had the goddamn Mad Max episode. Everyone loved that one. That was the chicken flu.
I forgot about that one.
That was
yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
great one where everyone thought they were gonna die. It literally turned into Mad Max Fury Road.
Yep.
They had the Jack Flowers episode. Was that season 3 or 4? I think that was 4. because I love 24.
Oh, that was a good episode too.
Yeah, where Jack
They even had like
Flowers-
the whole timing thing.
Yeah, they had that whole thing going. He was kicking people in the nuts and shit, and every one of Jack Flowers' girlfriends dies, just like in 24.
And you can't forget about a pimp named Slipback.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Pimp named Slickback.
Well, don't forget, they gave props to all kinds of anime.
Oh
Yeah.
Remember from Naruto?
Remember
and
watching?
Bleach? Yeah.
So this is hilarious. Even this is an unreleased thing that y'all didn't know about. So we actually interviewed one of the directors for Naruto.
Yep.
And one of the questions that we asked him was he aware of like how much influence he had in like American animation? And he didn't. And so we literally showed him how the fight scene between Orochimaru and Sasuke was
Scene for
copied, scene for scene, from Boondocks.
Yep.
And if y'all didn't know that, it's the fight scene with the old black woman.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
It's Stick Meaner's friends.
yes, it's his friends and family. Yeah.
But it's the old black woman and was it Huey or Riley? I forget which one.
I thought it was Bushido Brown.
No, it wasn't.
No, Bushido Brown was-
No.
I think it was Huey.
Yeah,
That's
but it's scene for scene.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
We had,
But
to
they-
we had to use a translator to explain this to him.
Yeah.
But also like they took scenes from Ninja Scroll, I believe,
Yep.
where
Oh, yeah.
with the blind swordsman or whatever.
Yeah,
but it
that
was
was Stick Meaner.
Yep.
Woo!
Yeah, boy.
Stick Meaner's the shit.
But they had so much like cool shit that they covered that was just like even pop culture shit. Like there's like the best one, hands down, the best one is Fleece Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
Oh,
the booty,
damn.
the booty
Person.
fucking warrior.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so Fleece Johnson's really good, but also so is the one that's also based on a real person.
Oh, the little boy.
was the guy who I like to do bad things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know,
That was
yeah.
a real person
That's
too.
terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
And that
'Cause he
was
was
when
a kid.
YouTube was really starting to hit it with like viral vids
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, YouTube. I remember when it first came out, it wasn't a big deal until things started going like really viral. So I actually watched a video about. Remember the Techno Thor or Techno Viking? Remember that guy, the dancing video where he drinks the water and he starts walking down the street and he's like dancing and shit.
Nope.
Was
Y'all
it like
never
made
watched
out of
the Techno
rubber?
Viking thing? No.
You gotta look at that. It's probably been too
Been a
fucking
minute.
long.
Y'all will know this video if I pull it up on.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead, keep
I
talking.
mean, I didn't know that Bushido Brown was voiced by Michael Jai White.
Oh, wow.
He posted on his page. He's like, "Remember this?" Because it coincided with them announcing a new season. And he's like, and then like Michael Jai White posted on his page, and he was like, "Hey, y'all remember this? You know, I had a fun time doing this." And he shows the scene of when he was Bushido Brown. And I was like, "Holy shit!" It's fucked up because Bushido Brown,
wanna finish this?
he gets fucked up, even though
Bring it on.
he's there to protect like granddad and the kids. He gets fucked up at the end of the episode. Like he gets
Head chopped off. Yeah.
I was like, "Are you fucking serious? What the fuck?"
Damn, this video is so fucking old that it's in like 420 or it's like
Oh, this one. This
Five
where
by
the dude,
two.
this where that guy tries to fight him, and then he starts drinking and dancing. And he's like, "Oh my god!"
I wasn't aware of this. I don't know if I can show it. I'm not going to show it. It's Techno Viking.
This is hilarious.
But apparently, the guy, the reason why he's doing right now is because there was a guy before this video was shot. Like, the most recent arrested. He tells him, like, this guy is pointing, he's like,
You can't see her. She's on
Yeah,
screen.
it's like she's like a rape. Right? And so I watched the video and break it down.
This part's awesome.
This is what everybody does. This part right here.
No, I've seen the beginning of this where he's pointing, and I'm like, I thought he was gonna
Yeah.
beat somebody up, and then this.
That's the backstory.
Yeah.
Jamming out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this before.
You
Yeah,
haven't seen
I've
this?
never
I've
seen
seen
it
this.
either.
You've never seen this?
I've seen this
Oh
like.
my God.
I've seen this a dozen times over.
I'll show you a clip of this on YouTube right now.
Yes, this is amazing.
God,
He goes super hard.
You know, I think he probably doesn't look that way anymore, but he should be cast as if they ever made a God of War based off of the last God of War movie or God of War game. Yeah, he should be the guy to get his head chopped off.
So actually, hold on, it gets really fucked up. So this guy actually he actually sued the original person that made this video. So what happened was, this is back before YouTube was big. So this guy recorded it, and I forget what platform I put it on originally, but it wasn't a big platform.
Okay.
But ended up uploading it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Right back before YouTube was big, and eventually people caught onto it. Actually, before it even got caught onto, it was linked to on a fucking European porn site about this guy being Thor. And so after that, the video blew up, and the guy like became like a YouTube star, blah blah blah. but nobody knew who the fuck this guy was.
Yeah.
All right, because nobody knew, and so apparently, like, the guy who originally filmed this, it was actually a protest about something, and he was just randomly filming.
Okay.
And then he saw this happen, and this wasn't staged at all. He was just like literally filming the girl dancing, and then like saw that some guy was harassing her, and that's when this guy stepped in. He was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of here!" And that's when you see the guy point.
Yeah.
And that's where most people see the video start.
That's why I see it start, because
Yeah.
he comes in, he's like this, and he looks like he says, "I'm gonna fuck you up." Because
Yeah.
you can read his lips, he's, "I'm gonna fuck you up." And he keeps looking at him, and then he starts walking. You see the water. When he gets the water, he starts
And that's when
fucking
he starts
getting down.
Is there fucking
I'm like,
music
"Oh,
playing
shit."
too?
Yeah,
there is.
Okay.
yeah, there's music playing.
And so the guy, like, years later, after it blows up on YouTube, this guy who's still unknown sues the guy who made the video because his likeness has been stolen so many times. So, like, actually, you can look up, like, that dance. It's actually in fucking Fortnite.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Like the Techno Viking dance and a
Wow,
whole bunch of
okay.
other. It's been in a whole bunch of other things. His likeness has been a whole bunch of other things.
Okay.
And he just didn't want to be out there like that. And so
I
the
mean-
guy tried to rectify it, but he really couldn't.
No, he's in the
No.
public, you know.
Yeah,
he's literally in public walking around.
But the guy who made the video ended up like losing. He owed the guy like $20,000 or something like that, and like damages and shit like that. But nobody still knows who the fuck this guy is.
I mean, well, I can see if it's on some gay porn sites. That's all bad.
Well, no, but it blew up on YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
that's the main thing. But it's just like,
I don't see what-
So
People-
the parade he was at is called the Fuck Parade.
yeah,
And it was recorded on July 8th, 2000.
God dang.
Okay.
This shit's 19 fuck years old.
But it's still
before
dope.
If a
YouTube
kid,
then.
if this person had a kid on that day, that kid would be graduated out, or already be out of high school.
yeah, they're in college right now. So
Yeah.
we could tell because it was in 4x3 format.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But yeah, that's a piece of internet history for y'all.
That's awesome.
Damn.
You're
The more you
wondering.
know.
Yeah, Techno Viking. I used to love that video because I always watched it after he was like pointing
Yeah.
and then got the water.
Yeah, and then,
started dancing.
dude, because, like, there's music in the background that's, like, epic, like, the emergence of EDM.
Yeah.
You know, because it was, like, before it was house music, and then trance, and then, like, it transitioned to EDM. This is, like, the dawn of the millennium. So this
Sound off there.
Yeah, yeah. But it's fucking dope, though, because he goes fucking
See
hard.
that guy right there? Grabs her.
Yeah, he grabs him right there.
It looks like it looks like he ran into.
Yeah, right there. So when I've seen this,
But it was like out of nowhere.
yeah, he just runs up and
runs up,
boom.
grabs her, and it's like,
This dude's like, what are you doing?
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And so this is horrible for fucking radio or for a podcast.
yeah,
We're talking about some shit people can't even see.
The guy looks high as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Probably
was.
Or not, you just can't rep it.
So usually when I see the video, it starts right here. Right where he's looking at the camera, and then you see him point. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I didn't even see him. I didn't even see him attack the girl. But yeah, this is where, and then like the music fucking ramps up, it goes fucking hard, and he just goes extra hard.
Like the way he
I
points
was just
makes
like,
me think of like Hulk Hogan back in the day, where he's like,
yeah.
So everybody can watch it on YouTube, bro. So this is like more than nobody else. And you normally don't see about this video.
And I always thought this was
girl's dancing. This is the guy was like filming and boom, she gets grabbed and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
that's the Viking.
Yeah,
Viking
but for those who aren't actually seeing it, he doesn't grab like her ass or grab her titties or anything like that. He like runs into her and
catches her.
doesn't knock her over or anything like that.
But it does look like some weird assault, and then this like Viking. This dude looks like a Viking.
And this is where the video started.
He has no shirt. This guy has no shirt. If you don't know, if you are listening to us through, SoundCloud or iTunes, Player FM, whatever. Yeah, just look at
The original Techno Viking.
Actually, we should just.
That'll be in there. Hopefully.
We're talking about this.
Boondocks.
Yes.
There's no actual hard date that we have for release,
But we know season 5 is coming.
everybody's
Well,
fucking excited.
when I started hearing about it, I was like, no, because all the sources that were posting it, it's like these aren't like sources I normally go to. But once I started posting on like comic book review,
Yeah, it was
or
everywhere.
This and that, I was like, all right, this might be fucking legit.
Yeah,
'Cause
IGN
we got
was-
what's it called? I forgot the term. We got Hoodwink before or Rope-a-Dope. We got Rope-a-Dope before because I think they were supposed to do another season 5 like a couple of years ago and never
Probably.
happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they probably started and things fell apart because, like, everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam Jackson, and Regina King, her star got brighter. I mean, I always thought of her as a star, but she's doing big things. So,
Who did the voice of Bootylicious?
oh,
that Charlie Murphy?
Gangstalicious.
Gangstalicious, yeah.
Gangstalicious is Most Def,
Somebody.
I believe.
Mm.
I know Snoop Dogg's in the show. Charlie Murphy will no longer be on the show,
Samuel L.
unfortunately.
Samuel L. Jackson's on the show.
Yeah, he was
he's Remy.
yeah.
And then there's
Snoop Dogg's on there.
Yeah, he's been on there. Busta Rhymes has been on there. He was on there for a minute.
I remember the whole
Yes.
Pimp My Ride episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, with Exhibit because he showed up on the show.
Yeah, and they actually animated him as Exhibit.
Exhibit. He plays himself. I mean, there's usually most of the episodes had like a big star on the show. Most of them. I know. Aisha Tyler is the wolf chick.
Yes. Yeah,
That she was
good
fucking
shit.
hilarious.
I remember the Kardashian episode too, where
I think
her
that's
ass
the
just kept
same-
getting bigger and bigger.
I think that's a, oh no, that's
They're
a
using,
separate
they're
episode.
using Fix-A-Flat for her ass.
I think that's the same episode, maybe. I mean, there's just a ton of people. I mean, with the popularity of the show, they'll probably maybe be able to get Regina and more people.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I hope they can still be as like
Raunchy.
dank as they were.
Oh, you know-
yeah.
you
I mean,
know.
because like one of the things that probably would get a little controversy is like, what was it? Huey had the line where like, he's like, Grandpa, you taking this hoe on a date? So don't call her hoe.
Yeah.
He's like, you buying her food, right? Yeah. Are you spending this and that? He's like, yeah.
And, oh,
This
does
she
she
a
always-
hoe?
What will
No.
really piss people off is Riley saying, "Oh, you gay."
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
Oh, you gotta.
That's gonna pit. It's gonna be a
There's-
different.
You
day.
gotta say no homo.
Yeah.
They should still do it.
Of
Yeah,
course
they
they
should.
should.
Fuck it. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's offensive to people, but it's still kind of funny.
It's
Yeah, I
hilarious.
mean, shit. If South Park and fucking
Well, it's-
Rick and Morty and all of them can be offensive, this show could be
Well,
offensive too.
I think especially when they broke it down in the previous seasons, like saying like what's gay, like they broke it down to such a way where they had was it Gangstalicious, where he's basically wearing women's clothing.
He
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, and like
That's gay.
And
Yeah.
then they talked about his influence where Riley starts dressing like him. He wears a skirt.
Yeah.
And it was hella funny. And he sees him in the hospital with Gangstalicious. You guys say no homo. You guys say
Yeah.
you ain't gay.
Do the homie.
Yeah, that was all bad. Yeah.
I remember when people started using that, like saying "pause no homo" or something
Yeah.
like that. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
They still
that,
say
it does not work that way. It does not work.
But it was funny for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, there's still memes out there to this day with shit like that. Like, oh, I'm just gonna rub my dick on you. Oh, pause no homo or something like that.
Oh man, Granddad, did
I-
she hide underneath the table?
I think it's funny because it's like
See, man,
it's stereotype shit. There's still things that if somebody's listening to this podcast and you happen to be gay, and you got mad about the joke I just made about saying that they should still do it and call it gay or whatever the fuck because it's funny. Listen, we still make jokes about ethnicities and shit like that to this day.
Yep.
That are stereotypical that are still funny. Like if you say like if somebody black likes watermelon, that shit is still funny to me because it's such a fucking stereotype. Because I know plenty of black people that don't even fucking like watermelon
Like
or
me.
fried chicken or wherever the fuck. But it's still
Wait. If
it's
you don't
still
like fried
fucking
chicken,
funny.
your black card's coming off.
Well,
I don't like
I
fried
like
chicken.
chicken.
I don't like fried chicken.
There you
that,
go.
that shit is still funny to me because it's such like an obvious stereotype, and I think that's where one of the reasons why Boondocks is so funny because they called out shit like that.
Yeah. Well, and you also have much more of a license, just like with South Park and even The Simpsons, where you're having young kids get away with saying anything.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? In an animated form, which is even more loose. Did y'all already touch upon this Marvel's Avengers?
I'm the
news?
booty warrior.
So
Well, you talking about the game?
Yeah.
Wait.
We can't talk. I mean, there's very little info.
Yeah.
We just know it's gonna be multiplayer, maybe
Yeah.
co-op, maybe,
Yeah, maybe.
probably.
But it's Square Enix, right?
Yes.
And
It's
then they
everybody.
tease that they're giving us more next week, right?
No, in a
Supposedly.
couple days, and it's not. It's Square Enix,
A
Crystal
couple days
Dynamics.
is also next week.
Well, a couple days could be Saturday. So.
No, it's going for E3, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. Even though we had a huge conversation about when is E3 starting
Yeah.
for the podcast.
There's
Oh, yeah.
conflicting information out on
It's
Yeah,
not
there is.
conflicting. It's starting on fucking Sunday.
And
Well-
their official site says Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the thing.
okay, so the press conferences start on Sunday. So for me and most people on this fucking planet, E3 starts on Sunday.
But when you look up E3 start dates, the first thing
Yeah.
you'll see on Google is.
The convention starts on Tuesday.
I hear.
But the press conferences, which is what everybody gives a fuck about, the new announcements, Bethesda starts on Sunday.
A lot of expos, like press conference, it's usually the day before where only press is allowed.
We
Yeah,
know this
behind
'cause,
closed doors.
Hashtag we press.
Yeah. I mean, they may talk about stuff that they can't show.
Nah, they'll probably still talk about shit.
No, I
it's
just
gonna
said
be
they'll
aired.
talk about it, but they won't probably show screenshots
No,
or
because
whatnot.
on IGN they have it listed on their YouTube channel that they're gonna air
Really?
it. They're gonna live stream it.
Yeah, they're gonna air everything.
But
I mean,
it's
wait,
only
which-
for was it Bethesda?
Bethesda.
Bethesda and other companies.
So should we just jump on in on
Yeah,
E3?
go
I
ahead.
mean, this is a big event. This is the event that we technically could have been. I mean, we would have been not as pressed, but we could have came out of pocket and went.
Well, we probably might have been able to go as press, but I mean,
I mean, I think Oathbreaker already tried and
Dude,
failed.
you-
Not for E3, man.
You start a
I thought you
subscription?
did.
Not for E3.
So listen.
Well, fuck your couch then.
Oh, so okay, so this is even more fucked up.
You gonna
So
say
if-
Saturday, huh?
No. So if you really believe that E3 starts on Tuesday and you start watching on Tuesday, you're gonna miss the Microsoft Xbox press conference and the Bethesda conference, plus the Ubisoft conference and the Square Enix conference, and then I think on Tuesday is when Nintendo starts.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm like, their site is fucking wrong because their press conferences. It's not the convention.
Mhm.
I
No,
think
I
when
hear
they're
you.
saying the convention starts on Tuesday, that's correct. But the press conferences, which is what the vast majority of people give a fuck about,
Yep.
starts on Sunday.
I really every E3 always remind me how much I miss G4.
Yeah.
Just 'cause it was
Yeah.
a one-stop
Yeah.
chop
Yeah.
shop. Like
Ah.
everybody that was part of that channel was at E3 covering E3.
Even sometimes Anna David. I love me some
And
Anna
actually,
David.
if you want to get technical, EA has a play day on
Yeah, they do.
fucking Saturday. So
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
see,
Yeah.
and they're apparently they're supposed to let people play the new Star Wars game.
yeah, but it's just the reason why I say it's because they finally opened up. Not finally, but it's been a couple years in a row now. But they opened it up to like normal people.
Yeah,
Before it used to be a press only event.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in previous years, they would say that it started on like the day it actually started on for press conferences, but now they say it's the convention dates is when it opens. So I kind of get it, but it's kind of misleading.
Well,
so if
they
you
need
really-
to be consistent. They-
Yeah.
they-
Yeah.
I hear you. If
We're here to clear it up.
Yeah, exactly. If everybody cares about, rightly so, these press conferences, you should say when you search E3 start on Google, you should see these dates.
you
but
should.
you don't.
No, you don't.
That's a big
You
Yeah,
issue.
sure
you
don't.
don't. That's
In
the
fact,
problem.
the biggest thing you'll see in Google is the start date 13th,
Yeah.
and the Las
11
Vegas
through
convention
13.
Yeah, you-
11 through 13. No, it'll say start date, and then it'll say Las Vegas Convention Center, and then it says the end
LA.
date.
Yeah, but you're gonna literally miss 4 press conferences, including fucking Microsoft, which is
Yeah.
gonna be a huge one, and obviously so is Bethesda. All those other
Oh,
ones
that's
are
right.
gonna be huge.
Sony
Yeah.
will not be there
Sony will
this
not be
year.
there.
Which is, I think they're gonna announce the PS5.
Oh, they have one
Oh, the next,
month. The
Well, so they canceled
PSX?
last year PSX, and
Okay.
usually that's in December.
I thought
They have
they were doing
not
it this summer.
officially stated whether there will be a PSX this year yet.
Well, there's also still Gamescom, which will be later on this year as well. So,
Yeah.
and that's usually a big one. But should we talk about what we hope to see, or what
Yeah,
we
go
know,
ahead.
or what we know we're gonna see?
Are we gonna be are we gonna work together and live stream or
We
live
sh-
tweet?
we
the
can-
event?
I'm an-
'Cause
I
last
will-
time it was fucking. I love doing live
I will
tweets. and
try
doing
my
shit.
best because there's a lot of shit that I'm hoping for. That
Well, there's multiple days.
yeah, I mean, there's probably gonna be big reveals. So this is what I kind of like wish list, right? So for me, I'm hoping to see something about Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Hopefully, we see, even if it's just like a cinematic trailer, I'll be okay.
For at E3,
At E3
that's
for
not gonna happen.
they did for fucking Battlefront, and we didn't
Well,
see it
'cause
2 years
Hold
later.
on, but it's a Sunday
Sony.
exclusive, so you're
Yeah.
definitely not gonna see it.
Well, what if Guerrilla Games is there though?
It's a Sony exclusive, so you're not gonna see it.
And Gorilla doesn't have a set.
No.
I mean, so I said wish list. What was it? We'll probably see Borderlands 3 there, maybe.
I'm sure. That's coming out this year, so yeah.
What I'm hoping is that there's like a play date, or like we're able to see people get their hands on Cyberpunk
What are you talking
2077.
about? You're talking about bullshit. All right, listen.
Cyberpunk?
Yes,
Well,
because it's already announced.
yeah,
Everybody
but
knows it's coming out.
I'm talking about people actually playing the game.
Everybody's seen gameplay.
We
All
have
right,
no
they're
date.
not even gonna be there. I already saw. They're not gonna be there. There's gonna be no playable demos
Oh.
at E3 this year.
Damn.
It's fine. The game looks dope. Totally right. All right. I'm gonna tell you right now. If they have an actual demo or gameplay of any sort of Metroid Prime 4, that's gonna fucking steal the show.
But
It's gonna steal the
didn't
show.
they announce literally just a few months ago that they were restarting that game?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
But I mean, how,
It would steal the show.
Yeah, but
would steal the
it's
show.
so doubtful if they just announced.
It's
that they're-
doubtful, but not as doubtful as having a PS4 exclusive on there. I mean, they could do it. They
Well,
could do it.
I don't think either one. I agree with that. That's not going to happen. But if they just said, "Hey, we're restarting it so we can improve upon it," then it's super doubtful they're going to show a whole lot on that. It'd be nice.
I don't know, maybe we'll see.
Uh, hopefully, you know what people are talking about. We haven't seen about is that they may announce a new Prince of Persia.
Actually,
that
you know
would
what's
be
funny?
interesting.
So Prince of Persia is one of those long forgotten games that people don't give enough credit for. So when you're playing a Uncharted game or any game that's to do with climbing, you can thank Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah.
Prince of Persia is like really the first game that I can think of at all that had like decent climbing mechanics in it.
Decent, yeah. Because one of the Tomb Raiders had it, but it
Yeah,
wasn't. It wasn't that great.
Yeah, it was
This
terrible.
like the Prince of Persia was fluid.
Yeah, it was like that whole like semi parkour, moving around,
Mm-hmm.
climbing up shit.
Rewinding time and shit.
Yeah, Prince of Persia needs to come back.
So
That was a good call, man. That was a great game.
I know that people were
Games.
talking about. Yeah, I know people were talking about. It's been a
wait, who
minute.
own-
That's
did-
EA, man. They bought Sierra a long time
EA
ago.
owns them.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's an EA. They may push it to another studio, but that's an EA produced title. Like at least they'll mass distribute that game. So we'll see.
Here's what I want to see. Some Dying Light 2.
We already know that's coming.
But I want to see some playable stuff. I want an actual launch date and whatnot for that.
Oh,
That was a-
release date. Yeah, that'd be nice.
That was the first one was an excellent fucking game. I loved everything about it. I'd like to see the return of both SOCOM and Splinter Cell. It's been a minute for both of
So
them.
there's rumors that there may be a Splinter Cell with Ubisoft because they're there. I mean, we've already seen this huge like press release for fucking the new Ghost Recon, and they're saying they made a saved for fucking Splinter Cell. There
Yeah.
might be a new Splinter Cell.
And I know it's not going to fucking happen, but I'd like to see a little dick tease for Elder Scrolls 6. All right.
That'd be interesting.
So for me, I've been hearing through the rumor mill that we might get another Batman game.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
from Rocksteady.
Rocksteady.
Right?
Yeah. And it's gonna be called Batman Gotham. So it's gonna take
Interesting.
place all of fucking Gotham. But that's rumor mill. There's nothing been detailed right here or there. But I'm looking forward to that. But I would like to see something new, like something that's unexpected.
So
I don't need like part 2 or 3 of this game. I want something like I know we're getting like Death Stranded soon. I'm
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sure there'll be trailers for that.
Well, we
but I
already
need
seen
something
the
like something that's like different and interesting and like something that will blow my mind.
So on top of that, there's been rumors that instead of a new Batman game, that we may see like a DC heroes like Titans. Like you'll be able to play different heroes, kind of like
DC Online.
No, but you know
I
how
understand you
you
create
know how in the
some
you know how you can switch between Batman and Catwoman in Arkham City. It'll
Yeah.
be like that.
No, it should be like GTA 5.
Oh, or like that.
The dynamic switch.
Yeah.
You know?
So we could see something like that where there's a bunch of DC heroes, and we're able to switch at certain.
Nah, we
like,
just
points.
need Batman. Batman just plays. he lives in his own fucking world. Everybody else is just his sidekicks.
Oh, God dang.
Kronos, you've been writing stuff down. What you got?
Yeah. So I've been thinking about a few things, even though this is not popular right now. But I think that it's about time for a new Blizzard IP. It's been a while, even though I know that Blizzard is going through some troubles right now, but I think that they need to have a new intellectual property. Like they haven't had a new one in a while.
Overwatch was.
Overwatch came out
26
quite a few years ago.
This is 3 years.
Yeah, that's a long time for them to have
In video game realm.
nothing. Yeah, that whole studio they're working on something.
Sure.
They have to. I mean, don't get me wrong. Even though Overwatch they've been constantly improving and adding onto it, but they need a new IP. Whether it's StarCraft, Warcraft, Diablo, I don't give a fuck, or
But
something
you want
new.
you want new.
Yeah, I want something new from them. If we had a God of War 2 like teaser,
Or DLC.
yeah, DLC would be great too.
Well,
Anything God of War.
I thought
I
that,
just highly doubtful.
yeah, because I thought Corey was real adamant about there's no DLC for it.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
He said a whole lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
I mean, listen, when they released the game, there was stuff that came out after that was based upon pure feedback from the players,
that's great.
like New Game Plus,
Yeah.
all kinds of other shit, photo mode, the shit that we asked for.
All right.
that was not planned for.
I would love to see that too.
In Corey, I trust. I know. I've heard in the heavy rumor mill that there's gonna be a new Watch Dogs that's gonna be announced called Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah, I heard that got leaked.
It did get leaked, and apparently you're gonna play as possibly an NPC, which is weird because you can't play as an NPC because that defeats the purpose of the fucking name.
What the fuck? Like,
So,
By definition,
like,
that's a problem.
so it's what I'm thinking. They just whoever wrote that is fucking dumb as shit. So what I'm thinking is that you're playing as a normal person in the game, and there's like an actual hero or a villain that is doing something in the game that you're reacting to, and then eventually you have to rise up. But you can't say you're playing as an NPC because a non-playable character means you can't play as them, you silly fuck. Anyway, I really want to see Biomutant be announced again because they for a year they didn't say shit.
Who owns that one? Do you remember?
I have no idea.
that's-
And
There's been gameplay trailers as well.
there's something else too, but I didn't finish the.
The thought.
Yeah, I said new something, RAC something.
Racing.
No, I didn't know because you guys were talking. You put it back to me, so
That's all good.
it's something important.
Here's something out of left field, which will probably not happen, but Microsoft is there. It'd be nice to see a new Perfect or a reboot of Perfect Dark.
It'd be nice to see fucking anything from Microsoft. Any fucking exclusive from Microsoft. Multiple ones. They haven't done shit.
We need to see
well,
Gears. Gears should be. I mean,
Gears
that should
5?
Gears 5 should take up a lot of their show.
Yeah,
Well,
but
actually,
if I was
Gears,
Microsoft.
Gears
They
5
have-
and Halo will probably
But
be
wait,
there.
hold on. Doesn't Gears
Fuck
5
outta
drop
here.
this year?
Apparently, it's rumored to drop in November.
Get the fuck
So
out of here.
we'll
So
see.
those are
They need-
both. Those are well-known franchises. We already know that Gears was going to come out this year. Maybe.
Yeah.
We all know, or we're assuming that Halo is going to get announced at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we need more than this. Those two games are not going to save Microsoft. We got to be honest here at this point in time. You know, I own all the consoles, but my Xbox has stayed in a fucking box that you can see in the background somewhere. All right, it's in a box that's just chilling because I have literally no reason for me to pull out my Xbox. There's no exclusives for that fucking console that are worth playing
Yeah.
for the past 3-4 fucking years.
Most of this gen.
Seriously, it's fucking disappointing because the reason why it concerns me the most is because if you do not have legit competition from other makers, then the whole industry comes down.
No, you need competition keeps you sharp.
It does.
I like it.
Like if Microsoft keeps doing like their whole shitty fucking exclusives, Sony's shit's gonna go down. Probably Nintendo's on their own shit, but definitely Sony shit will go down. Because they're gonna be like, well, they can get away with like no exclusives, so we'll just do this whole third-party shit.
I mean, literally, Sony is saying the show is yours. Show the world what you got.
Yeah, so please do. I mean, like Microsoft, please wow me and show me a reason to take your console out of a fucking box.
Take my dick out of your mouth.
It's literally in 3 boxes. I will take them out of the box if you show me some decent exclusives for me to fucking play your shit.
Yeah. I will tell you this. Have you ever felt the new Xbox One like Pro controller though? Have you
for
felt
the
that?
No.
I think
That thing, I'm not a Microsoft guy.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty
holy
nice.
fucking shit.
Yeah.
It's like a $90 controller,
Well, I don't
but
like-
it feels
yeah.
great.
I don't like the offset shit.
Go into it when you're in a GameStop next time. Feel this one. It feels like they've fixed all of that. The grip is world class.
Is it offset though?
I don't think so. I don't feel like it's offset at all.
I feel like it still is.
I don't think. I mean, because if you look at the PS4 controller versus an Xbox controller, where the D-pad is versus where the analog stick is, they're just replaced. They're just switched.
It's off
Yeah.
center.
So look, where the D-pad is there, because Prodigy's holding up there. On the Xbox, the D-pad is where the on the PS4 controller, the D-pad is where the analog stick is, and where the analog
So,
stick is where the
The
D-pad
analog is where you normally play.
Nope.
Yes.
Well, I play on the Xbox, so no.
Oh, okay, so you play on the D-pad, like the normal fucking D-pad, not the analog stick, for first-person shooters. You just use the D-pad.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, so shut the fuck up. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You said I thought you were referring to that one. I was like, what?
Yeah,
No.
on this, listen, I don't want to pull my Xbox controller, but
L3 is what you're talking about, right?
yeah, that's the analog one.
Yeah.
Like they're offset, and it's very awkward for me to have one thumb up and one thumb down when I'm playing like that. When I'm playing a fighting game, I will use the actual D-pad, but then again, both my thumbs are in the same plane.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why the Xbox is a terrible controller. If you think I'm wrong, go fuck yourself.
I still definitely prefer the PS4. I just liked the grips and the feel of this one. It surprised me. I was like, wow, this feels almost custom made.
So I asked in the chat room, I asked the people in the Infinity Vault. So if you're listening to this right now, jump in the chat room and you can chat with us and I'll bring it up.
It's still offset. It's still offset.
So Jason in the chat room said he's excited about finding out more about Modern Warfare, and then King Arch.
$148 goddamn
Yeah,
controller.
it's a pricey one.
God
Get
damn!
the fuck out of here!
Maybe I saw it on sale.
God damn!
Maybe
That's
you saw it
like
in a dream.
that's like
You're
half a fucking
I can
console.
afford this shit right
Yeah.
now. It's like I heard that the Xbox is $100 too.
Yeah. God, that is pricey. That is
That's
pricey
that's
shit.
It is
half a
pricey.
fucking
It
console.
feels
the fuck
nice.
outta here.
It feels really good.
Yeah,
And-
'cause
and
it's
wait.
like, I hope so.
Yeah.
And wait,
It comes with blowjobs.
and it's unrated. That shit's for mature audience only.
It's
You
supposed
put
to
it
be
where your dick goes.
fully customizable or some shit.
King Oscar, I'm not sure if he's joking about this or spelled it wrong. He said he's hoping for a Garden War 3.
Garden
Garden
Warfare
Warfare?
3.
Garden
Also-
Warfare 3, yeah.
So no, there actually is a Garden Warfare 1 and 2.
Oh,
It's
shit,
based
really?
on- yeah, it's
Yeah.
Like
shit.
Plant vs.
Plants
Zombies?
vs. Zombies. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For Call of Duty, though, they did actually. I saw an article clarifying the whole PC mouse and keyboard
Versus.
crossplay with like PS4. So basically, you will not be put into the same like rooms or server, whatever, with people who are using mouse and keyboard if you
Thank
are on
goodness.
PS4. The only exception, though, is if you happen to have a friend already that's already playing PC and you
okay.
send them an invite, like you wanting them to be on your
Yeah.
team or whatever, with that, then they'll be on there. But other than that, it's
Listen,
it's
all
divided.
bad.
Because when they announced that, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, cross-platform play." I'm like, cross-platform between like Xbox and PS4 is all good and all, but once you go to like the PC realm, it's all fun and games until you start playing with them. I'm a PC gamer. I was, I guess, former. I still play PC games every now and again.
Yeah.
But I was a like semi-pro PC gamer. Like, if you had a fucking controller, you're basically handicapped. Like playing those games, I'll fuck you. If you don't understand how, listen, on a PC, you're not waiting for somebody to fall into your field of view. If you're playing a video game right now, if you're playing any kind of first-person shooter, when you're moving around, you're moving to let somebody fall into your field of view.
Yeah.
All right, it's not the same on a PC with a keyboard and mouse. When I'm using a mouse, I'm using the mouse to directly attach onto you. If you don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about, please turn off your auto aim shit on any first-person shooter game on your console, and you'll see how difficult it is to not have somebody fall into your field of view. It's way fucking different from like literally going to exactly where you want to go.
Yeah.
Like it's different. And you're way more precise with a keyboard and mouse.
Plus, I would say your reaction time is faster too, just because your hands are always in that area. Where instead you're just using your thumb and your field of motion is very limited. Where with your fingers, it's like
Well, it's so much more precise. 'Cause you have like mice now have like a crazy amount of DPI for like sensitivity and shit like that. Like I can move my wrist just a little bit and like move around, and none of the controllers, even if you turn your settings up all the way, it's way fucking different.
Yeah. And because I have never been a PC player, it feels like I'm double left-handed and shit every time I touch it for trying. I mean, I hear you on that. It's just if you're a console gamer, you're not going to magically first time playing PC become this expert right away. There's going to be a learning curve awkwardness.
Well, it took me a learning curve too to like learn how to play with a controller. Because I played first-person shooters from a PC for a long ass time. I didn't start playing with like a controller with first-person shooters until I was in like Iraq in like, what was it, like 2008, 2009?
Yeah, about the PS3 era, right?
Yeah. That was the first time I started playing. I was like, this is real fucking wonky, and
slow as shit.
I didn't start playing like for real. Actually, no, it was probably 2010. It was 2010 when I actually started playing with a controller, because that's when I started playing with you, because I was like, Borderlands is a shit,
Borderlands 1.
and I started playing with people on the Xbox. But before that, when I was in Iraq, I would actually play LAN parties in a conference room in Iraq with bombs going off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like Jason's message in the chat room. He said, "You don't play a piano with your thumbs."
Yeah.
Like playing with the keyboard, like you use all your fingers, so you have more control versus
Way more control.
playing a control.
It feels awkward, but it's all good. I do want to hear more about Call of Duty for sure. You know, we'll fucking see. I love that game, and I'm still playing it. They got great maps right now.
I'm interested in this new Ghost Recon game. See how that plays out.
That's Tom Clancy again, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, the Wildlands one was pretty damn good. I enjoyed that one. Me and Stitch have played a few times.
I gotta tell you, I didn't play Wildlands that much. I mean, I played the demo. But the Division 2, I did not expect to be playing this game for this fucking long. So I hope that the new Ghost Recon is going to be just as good and have the same amount of playability and like longevity, because it's difficult for me to like really put down the Division 2 and like the things that like I see what they're doing, like basically recycling shit, but it's still fucking fun. And I don't know how they got the formula right, but it's still fun every time I play it, because there's times where I'm like, I'm the king of the world. You can't get me. And then all of a sudden I get shot in the face like 3 times and I'm dead. I'm just like, all right, well, fuck.
And it fucking happens.
Same studio? As
yeah,
Wildlands?
Yeah, it's Ubisoft. I mean, there's some shit that popped up on the map that I had never seen before. It was like normally everybody calls them fucking robo dogs or fucking terror dogs. Yeah, little mechs. Apparently they're called warhounds.
Yeah.
And now they have fucking groups of them across the map that let you know like this is a warhound party.
Yeah, I just found one of those today.
And I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit. And I went and like one of them, because in the game they have what they call named enemies. Usually they drop really good loot. One of them had a name, and it was fucking their highest like elite level. Its name was Daisy, and it was fucking me up with sniper shots. And I was getting real pissed. And I finally put it down, but it dropped hella loot. But I was like, this is fucking bullshit. These fucking dogs were shooting the shit out of me. And then there's a part in the game that I wasn't really paying attention to, because I was like, why is it that I have a settlement that's locked and I can't fast travel to?
You just not noticed that? Wow.
No, I didn't just now. I mean, I've been doing it a couple times, but when I first came across it, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Under a
And then,
blockade.
there's a fucking blockade. And if you get to one of them has a fucking drone. It's a drone that's the size of a fucking helicarrier almost. And it fucking shoots rockets at you. All of its fucking
got a
cannons
minigun
are
and
at
shit,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, you motherfucker. I mean, it's hard to take down, but if you take it down, that re-unlocks your settlement. But it's still a pain in the ass. But it just shows the level of creativeness that they sneak into the fucking game.
Yeah, the game it's really fucking good. I mean, honestly, man, you should play it. Like, if the Division 1, don't get me wrong, it had its problems. This one has not a lot of problems.
Yeah, it's very, very few compared, because when the first Division launched, it felt cool but incomplete, sort of, 'cause certain things weren't working. And when you get to the end game, there wasn't a whole lot to do. And this, they prepared for the end game, so they give you a bunch of shit to do.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it's-
are you at the point like in the demo where you had like crazy ass where they
demo?
did like a in the beta for Division 2, how when you're playing a game and there was like a time skip where they actually like superpowered you or
Oh,
whatever?
you're talking about the end game. Yeah, we're in the end game.
Oh,
We beat
okay.
it months ago.
Yeah.
Huh?
No,
beat
no,
it
no.
months ago.
But hold on, did you play the demo?
No, but you said the end. He said the end game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for-
what-
for
he
demo.
He hasn't played. So in the demo, you play like the game normally. You go up to
Okay.
like I think 10 levels maybe,
Something.
and then it gives you the option to go into the end game. And that's
Okay.
what he's asking. It's
Yeah, because it's like
am I
it's
past
crazy
the point?
fucking it gets crazy like
Yes.
intense and shit like that with like crazy ass robots and mechs and
Yeah, that's what
army guys
That's
falling
where
out
we're
the
at
windows.
now.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's just
Yeah.
like
I mean,
it's fucking
it
insane.
keeps you on your toe, because when you're if you get to the very end game, which is World Tier 5 in the game, they have like little tick marks, or they have like levels for certain activities in the game. The more you start liberating an area, the more these other areas alert levels raise, which makes them more difficult to liberate. And there'll be a lot more harder enemies. They'll be entrenched more. I mean, you'll get good loot, but you'll be in a fight that could literally last you half an hour or more.
yeah,
It's kind of a pain, but
Yeah.
it's cool because once you get it done, you get it done.
and I love like the creativeness of the weapons. So honestly, it's almost like Borderlands with like real guns, because like the guns have their stats are so much. It's not as ridiculous as Borderlands with the weapons, but they have like weapons have like there's weapons you're gonna like and you're gonna want to keep them. Nice. But then you're gonna get a new one. You're like, shit, I gotta change it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's the same type though, and they have a perk that you want, you gotta learn to recalibrate. You need to pull that perk and put it onto your new weapon. And so there's rules to it. Like it has to be same type, stuff like that. And it works the same way with gear. Your gear will have different stats. Like there's one. There's one for your knee pads. Like if you're in cover and your health is below 20%, if you stay in cover, your health will regenerate at a certain rate.
Yeah,
the longer you're in cover, the faster you'll recover.
I heard prostitutes use that kind of knee pads.
Damn.
Yeah, I've got some crazy perk right now. I don't even know what gear I have that does it. But when I reload, it ups my armor temporarily as I'm reloading.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the fuck perk it is, but it's amazing.
I think it's button up. I think that's the
I don't
perk.
know what the fuck
it's
it
either
is,
button up or like something like that. I've seen that perk.
Yeah.
One of the sought after perks is like vampire, where you
I got a
like
couple of those,
drain the fucking life out of elites, and you'll need that for the raid because everyone's an elite in the fucking raid. It's fucking annoying, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get through. Vampire's a good perk. There's a few other perks that are good. There's still perks I haven't even found. I know a lot of people, they still haven't found exotics. I found 2, and I've had one stolen.
I've got green gear now, which is weird.
The classified stuff, so that carried over from the first one,
Uh-huh.
which is weird because they have really good fucking perks.
Yeah.
The problem is if it drops at a low score, trying to switch out a perk will fuck it up. Like, you'll raise the gear score, but your perk won't be as good. So it kind of sucks. So it helps to, like, get those gears at a high gear score. But there's just a bunch of shit to find out. The Dark Zone, I know a lot of people have issues with, but if you want really good loot, Dark Zone's where it's at. It's high risk, high reward.
You can get stuff outside the Dark Zone.
You
that is
can,
good,
but I mean,
the Dark Zone is like, it's crazy.
it is crazy. What I like, it's nowhere near as big as the original one. Instead, there's zones.
Well, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, so instead of making it one big area, they broke them up. And like, if you're in the end game, if it's invaded, the enemies are harder, but the loot is better. And the problem is you'll have NPCs that are there, but there's also other squads that could be there. So if you go down, they have the opportunity of stealing your shit. So it's kind of fucked up. But if you can get good gear and extract it, you come out a boss. So it's risky, high risk, but high reward.
Let's go to this Attack on Titan because I got to talk about the badass Levi.
I didn't caught up and ooh boy, woo,
Yeah,
woo, doggy.
Set us up there.
I gotta
bro.
use the bathroom, but all right,
All
I can
right,
hold it.
Wait, you're not talking about the one. You're caught up, yes?
Everybody caught up,
Everybody.
right?
Okay.
Oh
I
yeah,
caught
I'm
up on
caught up.
basically everything.
Okay. Let's hit it.
All right,
Bro.
so I've been behind. I've been slapping on my Attack on Titans, and I've caught like the season's been so fucking great. I caught up. Like I could not stop watching. I had to see what the fuck was going on.
Currently the highest rated season on IMDb for any anime right now.
Easily. But so previously we talked about how like there's 3 guys that are the Monkey Titan, the Armor Titan, and the Giant Titan.
Beast Titan.
Yeah, and
And the Horse Frog.
well, that's that. They haven't explained who that guy is yet.
Nope.
Oh, well, yeah. But he's a specialized Titan.
Yeah, he definitely because he speaks.
Yeah, but he
right.
sounds all weird and shit.
Yeah,
horse
but he's
frog.
like he can follow commands and shit like
It's like
that.
he wasn't
So
speaking English or some shit.
yeah.
Very strange.
But in the previous episode, Kronos had talked about how like our homeboy with the blonde hair.
Armin?
Yeah, he went out like a hero. Like the guy, he risked his life to be able to like find out the weakness of the Giant Titan, and it's basically whenever he uses, I guess, flame on power, his steam on power, he actually loses, I guess, mobility or something like that, or he loses size, or he gets like kind of wimpy size or whatever not, and he's more vulnerable. And yeah, but during that point when the Titan was like killing this guy off, oh god, I can't remember the character's name. Aaron swings in and is able to rip. He jumps up on a dude. Wait, so God, I'm all skipping ahead. But so the Giant Titan thought Aaron was in his Titan form, but he was actually he crystallized his body and jumped out of his Titan form, and he attacked the Giant Titan from behind and snatches. he basically had to do it out of his fucking body. He like grabbed him out, fucking ripped him out,
By the
his
nape of
arms.
his neck.
He cut his arms and legs off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So dude was fucking amputee basically, and he pulled him out and shit like that. But what's fucking crazy is that homeboy had died because he was all burnt to a crisp. Armin. And Aaron had the guy by the neck, and so we talked about in the previous episode. So if you're a Titan, and for you to become a human again, you have to eat somebody with like a special ability where you can actually go back into being a human form.
Yep.
And we found out that there's a serum that you can take that can make you turn into a Titan. But if you're around somebody who's able to convert back to a human, you can take on their abilities as well as their memories, and you're also able to become a human. So Levi had the serum that can turn you into a Titan, and they had a person who a Titan can eat, so you become a human again and take on all their memory. And we were at a fucking Levi was at a fucking crossroad. Either he could save his fucking basically his mentor
And commander.
Erwin.
or he can save Erwin. Wait,
Well,
not Erwin.
Erwin
gonna
is
say
the other
Erwin?
guy, or Armin.
Or Armin. And it was like, dude, like what
They
the
were
fuck?
fighting.
Yeah,
All
they-
of them were fighting. The cadets were like, "You ain't gonna do this."
But even that, like
Mikasa was like, I'm about to kill a motherfucker.
Yeah.
the Asian
Make the right
chick,
choice.
the Asian chick, she came out of fucking left field and was like, you know what, this shit's not gonna fucking happen. Like you're gonna help out my homeboy.
Well, and they're both brilliant tacticians. They're both
they
like two
are.
of the smartest people that humanity has, really.
Yes.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And they're both extremely valuable.
Yes,
but
they are.
You can only choose one.
Yes, and it's crazy because it was a tough choice because it's like you have this guy who's a commander. This guy has like experience, but you have this kid who's like just brilliant. Like the guy comes up with pretty like I mean actually in the episode he actually says like I don't know what to do. You should take control.
Yeah.
But he still is like a genius fucking like what's the word I'm thinking of? Tactician. Yeah. And just you get to learn about the history behind the commander where it's like this guy lived through hell and it's like why would you want to bring him back from that?
Yep. And he
And
was both of them sacrificed themselves.
Oh yeah, well they
But-
sacrificed a whole entire fucking army or whatever.
Yeah. But Erwin was just like, "Hey, this is how we're going out. You know, military style. This is our plan. We are going to give up our lives right now. I'm willing to do it. We're going to do this for the sake of humanity." Obviously, Armin made his sacrifice too.
Yes.
No doubt about it. But who do you choose?
Yeah, that was a hard one, but how many days has it been since they aired it? It's been has it been
Sunday?
48 hours since?
Sunday.
Yeah, it's
It's been 40 hours. Yeah.
So they give a serum to Aaron.
Armin.
Sorry, fuck, I'm bad with the names. And yeah, so we get a new fucking Titan.
A new Colossal Titan.
Is he gonna be Colossal?
Yeah, he sold his powers.
Well, no, because when they show him turn into a Titan, he's like
But-
himself.
He
No,
turned
he
into
turned
a
into a
Titan,
Titan, then he
but he
ate
didn't. Yeah, he had to eat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bernhold. No,
And
or
he-
no. What's his name?
Bernhold.
Burnholt.
Is
yeah.
it Bernhold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not Reiner.
The other one's Reiner.
Oh, Reiner.
That's the
Okay,
armor Titan.
Reiner's the
Yeah.
armored.
Reiner's
Okay.
got fucking 9 lives, goddamn. That
Yeah, dude.
motherfucker.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hate that.
Hans is ready to fucking cut into him.
Yeah, he's got the
She
blade already bleeding like
Yeah.
on his neck.
She's like, she told him, I'm gonna fuck you up.
As soon as I see that smoke.
Are you gonna help with us and tell us answers, or am I have to fucking cut a bitch? And he was like, you gonna have to cut me. She's like, oh, I'm ready. She already had the blade. She's like, oh, I'm gonna start cutting. Then someone interrupts her. She's like, fuck.
I thought it was really interesting, though. Sorry,
What?
but is the fact that I think Reiner might be he's one of the few, or maybe the only one, where he can like distribute his consciousness into the rest of his nervous system.
Oh yeah.
So he can lose his head and still survive.
I think
Yeah.
that
That was fucking crazy.
I think the Beast can too, but when Levi got to him, he says there's not enough time.
So
And I think he was gonna try it, and Levi was too quick. He got
I-
on that ass.
Yeah,
I like-
Levi's fucking what Super Saiyan.
I like that fucking scene where like literally the three guys are talking and the guy warns the beast monster guy like, hey, there's one guy in the elite team that you need to worry about. And if you come across them, you might want to fucking run.
Levi on that ass.
Levi, this dude, so like the monkey gorilla guy, whatever, he's on the outside of the wall. And he's got probably like 15 Titans around him, just chilling, just waiting for the commands or whatever.
formation,
In
like in a
formation.
line.
Yes.
Like Beyonce.
Levi,
Beyonce.
Levi somehow sneaks on the side of the wall, and he uses those motherfuckers as leap pads
Yep.
and kills each one, slowly getting to the fucking monkey titan. And the Monkey Titan doesn't even know that the fucking shit's happening until it's too fucking late. And even when the Monkey Titan tried to stop Levi shredded his fucking arm. He didn't just come out of fucking fingers. He, like, you know how
Spiraled
like
Made him into sushi and shit.
yeah, you know, if you go back in the 80s, there's like videos that says you shouldn't stick your hand in the garbage disposal.
Yep.
That's basically what Levi did to his arm. And it wasn't just his arms. He did both arms. He fucking cut his Achilles tendon
Yep.
to make him come down to the ground, and then he fucking rips him out of his fucking Titan form too. Arms, it was fucking
So badass.
But what's also so great about it too was that, so we had the leapfrog guy somehow snatch the guy away from Levi.
Yep.
And before the guy left, he's like, the remaining Titans were going to attack Levi. Basically, this guy went into a Super Saiyan Berserk mode, and he wiped them all out and caught up with the fucking frog, and the guy was like super fucking scared once he saw Levi coming toward him. Levi is the fucking shit of this goddamn show.
Levi put the fear of Jesus into that.
He
dude.
sure did.
And he was cocky before. Remember, he was
Oh,
doing,
yeah.
I'm going to pitch a strike with this boulder.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Motherfucker was scared to death of Levi.
He ran like a
Wanted none of him.
bitch. Like, straight up, like, he was fucking scared. And Levi, he probably could have kept going after him, but he ran out of fucking gas in his thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he was down to his last like blade or two.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all that cutting.
All that
slicing
cutting. I
through
mean, he was
motherfuckers.
slitting motherfuckers up. It's crazy how they had all these cadets that couldn't put a dent, but you had one dude that put down a wall of Titans.
All that strength.
And Levi was like his whole goal was to take out the Monkey Titan, because he promised his lieutenant or whatever that he was gonna be doing.
His
But
boy Erwin.
But even that, like, knowing that all these guys were sacrificing their life to be able to give him an opportunity to even get close to the giant Titan, the Monkey Titan.
Levi
But it was
did not
actually-
waste it.
There was actually some words that fucked me up, though. It was when, we're going to call him Monkey Titan now, I guess.
It was Beast Titan.
Beast Titan, Monkey Titan,
Beast Titan.
said to Aaron, what was the shit? He said something to the effect of,
I knew your
I'll
father?
come back. Well, I knew your father, and I'll come back to rescue you.
Yep.
And I was like, what the fuck? You
Levi
done
said
call-
that?
Yeah, something
Yeah, he
like
says
that.
it
I
right
was-
before he leaves. Because they talk about how humanity is basically evil, kind of. And he even says it's fucked up that the king had erased everybody's memories.
Yeah,
so
that
they
was-
don't
that
know.
was
Feeding the same terrible lessons of humanity.
What else?
Yeah.
The other shit that was trippy too was that, like, you know, this royal family, that they have this ability to change, like, white people's fucking minds and make them
Everybody.
every fucking bite, except for the what's the name clan, right? Like Levi and the other guy.
His
Is
family.
it Weston or something like that? It's like a family that can't be hypnotized or whatever. But dude, Levi is just a fucking shit, dude. Like,
It's a great. This season has actually been way better to me than season 2, and season 2 was not bad at all.
yeah. Well, with the friend being revived, it made me think of, like, I think it was like episode 3 or 4 where not Levi, but the main guy who actually can turn into a Titan.
Aaron.
Eren?
Because we can see him, like, when he first, like, goes to fight a Titan for the first fucking time. He's, like, slipping through the city, and he gets fucking leg bit off. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
he's the star of the fucking show,
Yep.
and he gets fucking eaten. I'm like, okay, this show is not going to go that route. But then we
Nah.
got to discover that he turns into a Titan. But,
We still ain't seen Annie either.
yeah, it's been a
Remember her?
while since we've seen her.
And so far, we haven't seen Historia.
No.
Because everybody was wet on Historia. And in the very recent episode, there is a letter for Historia from the female Titan. She turned into the, like, leapfrog looking one, or like the midget one, Ymir.
Yeah.
There's a note from her. We don't see what's on that note.
That's true.
And so
There's
I think
a lot of mysteries on this.
yeah, did y'all see the preview?
Yes.
For what's coming on? After fucking years, we're finally going to see what's in that fucking basement.
Well, even in like the trailer, the opening credits, they tease the whole going into the.
I
fucking
know,
basement or
but
whatever.
I've been waiting. Like, I literally thought in season 1 we were going to go back to the basement at some point.
Yeah.
Season 2, I thought they fucking forgot
Well, the-
about the fucking basement. Like, that was not even important. I'm like, well, dude, he has a key. He runs around with the key. Are we going to
Well,
go back to the basement?
we're
going
The one
back.
thing we fucking learned about too is that, like, Aaron's dad injected him with the serum to make him turn into a Titan, and he let him eat him so he can get the memories of the whole royal fucking family, which is like, whoa, what the fuck? But then also on top of that is that like the guy who trained the cadets or whatever, like he purposely broke Aaron's like gear so he wouldn't be able to pass the test, whatever. But he still like had the ability to do it, and it wasn't until like another commander was like, oh, it turns out your shit's broken, and then like he was able to join the ranks or whatever. But like the fact that the guy knew his dad and like knows like all this backstory is kind of crazy. But then also like the one commander, how his dad like it's almost like it made me think of X-Files, how like, you know, the truth is out there, like he knows exactly what's going on. But they had him fucking killed off and shit like that. But the son still was out there asking questions and stuff like that. Yeah, this season has been fucking amazing.
Good shit. Kronos, did you want to get in here on here?
No. I'm pretty sure you already talked about. Still talking about Attack on Titan, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys already went over everything. It was great. This has been a great season.
Yes.
It was a great episode. Can we get on to Demon Slayer?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Have y'all watched that shit?
Yeah. The last one I saw had the girl and the girl and the boy with the ball and the killing. Was that the last one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But did you see like
Arrows?
Did you see him like using arrows and stuff to try to kill him?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're caught up.
Yeah, this might be one of the greatest, like as far as like animation styles go. It might be up there like as one of the top ones ever.
This anime's got a budget.
Yeah,
they got
like
some money to spend.
Seriously, it's like watching some shit like jump out of a page out of like some fucking manga, colorized, and just like splash on the screen in such beautiful ways. Even the fucking arrows, like the shade of red they used it popped off the screen like so much compared to like everything else on the fucking screen. It's amazing. And when they showed like the main character, I forget his name.
Damn, I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a good show, don't get me wrong. But the names are just like, it's not like Naruto.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's not easy.
But the main character's name, I forget. But like when he does like his water slash techniques, once he starts doing it, like the amount of color and like the way they do like this flat yet three-dimensional type interaction.
It reminds me, not to interrupt you, but it reminds me of, remember that like ancient Japanese wave of an ocean?
Yeah, that's also like the art style.
It's like that, only 3D and popping out at you.
Well, have you ever played Okami?
Yeah, with the wolf and whatnot.
It's like Okami, but like better.
Yeah.
So as far as like the animation style goes,
Back in the day, yeah.
what's his name?
We'll have to figure it out because a lot of times Japanese they have the last name for the first name.
Tanjiro.
Yeah,
That's it.
Tanjiro.
That's what they call him.
Yeah.
Tanjiro. That's the main character's name, and he's a really cool protagonist for now. Seems really interesting, but just the animation style. I don't know what the name of the doctor vampire person was, or zombie or whatever.
Nah, me neither.
Or demon, sorry. But when she scratches herself and she makes like the whole like, she makes flowers come out and like do this crazy shit.
yeah.
It was fucking beautiful.
Yep.
It was beautiful. It's like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in anime of all fucking time. And up until that point, it was like the water thing, And then all of a sudden, she scratches herself, and all these fucking crazy ass flowers.
Her name is
out.
Tamayo. Tamayo.
Yeah.
Because Tamayo and what's the guy's name?
Yeah.
Because she has like a semi bodyguard, who gets fucked up.
He gets fucked up right away.
It's Yushiro.
Yeah, he comes back, but yeah, he gets fucked up.
Yeah.
But this is like one of the animes. This, to me, so far of this year, it's gonna be anime of the year. I talked about it at our last panel at Fanime. We would have had the villain on there, but it's literally you got introduced to the villain
probably
literally a couple days before the panel happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it still feels a little early for Michael Jackson, Moonwalker, Vampire quite yet.
But he seems pretty dope.
Yeah, he has a great backstory. It's leading up to something with him. But his minions are
great. He
great.
has no backstory. That's why he's great.
Well, I mean,
we just know he's fucking powerful as fuck.
We do know he's powerful as fuck, and we do know that he fucked up his family.
But that's not his backstory.
Oh, then yeah, I guess so.
That's just him doing fucking villain shit.
Yeah.
We literally have no idea what his motivations are.
Yeah.
We have no idea of his literal backstory.
Yeah.
And the guy
Like
has a
how it
human
became-
fucking family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's living in the city with his family. Yeah,
Yeah,
Or-
that's why he's great, because you don't know what the fuck he's about right now. And he did some really villainous shit in the middle of a crowd of people,
Yep.
and nobody noticed except for Tanjiro.
Yeah.
You know what? Also, I love the fact that his sense of smell is so powerful in this series.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like some of those older Wolverine comics or
Oh,
even
yeah,
movies
yeah.
where he's so reliant on his sense of smell.
To this day, I mean, even like, you know, when I've even reading the more modern ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still uses his sense of
Absolutely,
smell. Yeah.
absolutely. So it's just it's
Even the
very
old
fucking
Wolverine,
cool.
even old man Wolverine.
What's also cool with this anime is the sister, Nizuko.
Yeah,
Nezuko?
Yeah, she's fucking dope because like in the
Yeah.
previous episode, whenever she came to the scene, her fucking foot game is on point. Like she
Yeah.
fucks
She fucking
motherfucker
wrecks
up.
shop, yeah.
Yeah, like she like in the one with the demons that can go into like the shadow realm basically. Like when she came out of the box and she kicked that one fucking demon, that dude's head spun probably like 300 times. But like in this recent episode, like, you know, she actually got fucked up. Like she was trying to like kick the
scratched.
ball. Yeah, she was trying to bend it like
Oh, the
Beckham,
ball, yeah.
and her leg got knocked off. But like, yeah, she's fucking badass. Like every time she's on the scene, she's like super cool and stuff like that. But I want to know, like, is there something inside that like bamboo thing she has in her mouth that's keeping her tame?
Good point.
Well, it's keeping her from eating somebody.
Yeah.
That's
But,
the main
like,
point.
I mean, she's
and
super
the,
strong. Like why can't
They,
she just
they
rip
did
it off?
the mental hypnotism.
Oh
to,
yeah, where she can protect all humans.
yeah, view them as family or something.
Yeah.
It works all the way. This is episode 8.
Yeah,
only
I
now?
fucking love it.
Yeah.
I've never been like so in love with an anime so early. I mean, there's been other anime where I'm just like, oh, this is good, but they take. Sorry, let me rewind. This show thus far has the perfect fucking pacing.
Yeah.
The perfect pacing. Other shows, you know, they start off a little slow.
Yep.
Way too much introduction shit. You know, or it drops off. Thus far, it's perfect fucking pacing.
Yeah, and it feels like they're leading up to something very big very soon.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's right around the corner, but at the same time, I'm enjoying the journey. So yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I fucking
And
love it.
I'm waiting to find out what happened to the other students that did the Demon Slayer training that passed.
Well, they give you hints in the intro.
Yeah, the intro,
Yep.
because we had like
The coward guy has like lightning powers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we need the boar-faced guy.
Yeah, they
so his
started
name
this
is
shit.
Inosuke. And then we also got Jinya, who's the one that has a scar. The guy who's like walking down the fucking hallway just pissed as fuck. Like, you know that guy is gonna be fucking up shit once he comes to the scene. But then we also have the two characters that helped train Tanjiro. Cause like that whole scene with them helping him like learn how to fucking splice like cut the rock in half was
they're-
fucking crazy.
But they're dead.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
like how because they're still in the intro.
Yep.
They still show him in the intro. So I
Spirit
wonder
form, they might come
Yeah,
back.
if
but
they
they're-
might.
They're definitely dead though.
Oh yeah, they're hella dead. Well, that monster said they
so
fucking ate him.
They're probably gone now because once he killed that one guy with the fucking hands and shit,
Yeah.
they went off into the
Yeah.
We'll see because they're still in the intro. So we'll see. I mean, it's only 8 episodes in, so it's like
yeah.
every season is usually when they change the intro and the outro.
Yeah. There was another anime that was I've been watching that's
Rising
really
of the
good.
Shield Hero.
Yes, the Rising of the Shield. This episode was not the most exciting, but it was actually probably one of the most important ones
Yep.
that they alluded to. I don't know if you were paying attention. I hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So in this one, there was the Falal Queen was talking about how all the heroes need to work together or everything's going to fall apart.
Yep.
And they gave a huge hint, which I don't think everybody even understood in this episode, of when they're sitting down and they're trying to basically, they're all talking about passing by information, like what they've learned so far.
Yeah.
And it got to a point to where they're all talking about like weapons and how to make them stronger, like what's the best to be strong.
Yeah.
And one of the guys says it's the rarity makes it strongest. The other guy says, oh no, it's how you refine it. And another one says something else. But the spear guy says that, I don't know what you're talking about with rarity. That's nowhere in the help file. And so the shield hero goes back and he looks and he notices that he doesn't see what they're talking about, but he saw a thing about how to copy stuff, but he's missing information.
Yeah.
And that's what the Falal Queen was talking about, is that they're supposed to all basically they're all giving parts of the help file.
Yep.
And they're supposed to share with each other, and none of them realize it.
No.
Right now.
Yeah,
Hopefully the children hopefully he realizes it, Naofumi. But the rest of them I don't think realizes how important it is.
And they're just getting to know each other.
Which
because they
is-
were fighting for all of these
Yeah,
episodes.
which is not how it was supposed to happen because
Yep.
they're supposed to all help each other.
Well, that bitch slut fucking fucked shit up.
And I loved in this episode, they're all trying to say her name, like, oh, no, bitch, oh, no, slut. Yeah, I was just like, yeah,
Yeah, man.
say the whole thing.
Yep.
She's like a pimp named Slickback.
Yes, exactly. I will still say, as a quick reminder, watch This Promised Neverland. When you get a chance,
I watched
get on.
like half of the first one. I gotta watch the rest.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll get into it.
Kids doing fucked up shit and a fucked up
Mom
villain.
seems real nice right now.
Okay.
I'm just saying. like the first half of the first episode, she seems nice.
Keep watching, Mama.
Yeah. Is she like Mother Teresa?
No, she's nothing like that.
Well, Mother Teresa was actually a kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah,
So-
she did do some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. If y'all didn't know, like research Mother Teresa and how she left people to die in real fucked up situations.
Well, I was like doing research, and apparently fucking Gandhi was an asshole too to blacks.
He
like,
really
he was
hated
super
black
racist.
people.
Yeah.
Early in his life, yes, definitely did.
All kinds of awful
I don't know how long that lasted, but yeah, a lot of people that are quote unquote heroes were not, especially Mother Teresa.
Saints.
Yeah, I know Gandhi did a lot of things to like liberate Indians, but yeah, when he went to Africa,
Yeah, it was like
he definitely said the N-word a whole lot.
yes.
Yeah.
He
Or I think it was like what's the South African version of it? Like,
Kiffers?
yeah.
Kiffers?
Yeah.
Kiffers?
Something like that.
Damn, y'all racist as fuck.
Yeah. He was. At some point in time.
Y'all hear about what the rumblings about Martin Luther King as well?
Is he alive?
I mean,
No,
Shit, he died?
no, he's been dead.
Wait, they made a McRib for him.
Damn.
That's a Boondock Saint.
that can't be new revelations, though.
No, it's about FBI tapes
Oh,
and sex parties and
I don't
shit
believe
like
that
that.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, apparently they have some sealed tapes that aren't available to the public for like another 2 years.
damn, he's been
But-
dead for 50 years.
I know.
Holy
but
shit.
Apparently they bugged his hotels,
That's some
I'm sure
that's some
and they had some shit. Oh, of course they did.
So
But
you
they're
haven't-
trying-
Earth is flat shit.
You haven't heard of either then?
no, but I'm just saying it's in the media, and I'm like, well, how credible is this if we can't hear it? And if there's no transcripts, but people are alleging that there's all this crazy shit going on in these hotels.
That's super hearsay, man.
No, of course. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of like, yeah, there's like all these reports coming up, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna wait for the tapes to come out.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Ninja, I heard you were gay.
a lot of people say
I'm
that.
waiting for the tapes to come out.
Oh,
Pissing on tape.
R. Kelly tapes.
Have we all seen See You Tomorrow?
No,
Have we? Did we talk about it last
Yes.
week? I think we
I did.
touched on it a little bit.
I saw it. It's a great movie with the worst ending ever.
Yes.
Damn.
And it's the best. It's probably one of my favorite cameos of an actor.
Is this
Oh,
on
ever.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
for
rewind
sure.
a little bit. Is this on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on
on
Netflix.
Netflix.
So this is a
Okay.
Netflix show where these two African American teens are able to travel
New
back
York.
in time. Yeah, New York. They're super smart, and they somehow figure out how to be able to travel back in time using like. It looks like they have like photon packs, but no, they have like something in their backpacks.
Like Ghostbusters?
But yeah, like Ghostbusters. And the little girl, her brother gets killed. Sorry, it's spoiler by the way. Her brother gets killed by the police officer, and she tries to use her technology to go back and save his life. But every time she goes back, she changes something so it affects the future.
Ooh.
And it caused like either somebody else passing away or this and that. But it has the worst ending. But the
Yeah.
best, it has a huge fucking cameo. It has Michael J. Fox in it.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
he plays their science teacher, and he does a little Back to the Future reference, which I'm like,
I'm just
I
glad
get it.
I'm just glad he's still able to act.
well,
You know what I mean?
he was a little bit shaky in the role, but
God
yeah,
damn it.
It's
he's-
fine. I
it's
mean,
still,
he can still speak.
That's
yeah.
good.
Okay.
That's good.
Listen, this movie is worth watching, but yeah, the end is fucking garbage. When I was watching the movie, I was thinking to myself, we need more, because we always, you talk about diversity and shit like that. I don't like diversity shit getting ripped off because people want to talk about inclusion and diversity, but they almost always take the lazy route of like ripping shit off of like other movies. This movie doesn't do that. It's definitely an original story.
Good.
It's a great story, but the end is just fucking trash.
Yeah.
Like the end made me so fucking angry. I was just like, we need more, movies like this. Until I got to the end, and I was just like,
like when the kids first get their time machine thing working correctly, they're able to go back a day. But then she realized, like, if we increase the power consumption, we can go back, like, I think, like 3 days or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's 3 days, so as they go back and forward, as they go back into time goes forward, so they only can go back so far. So eventually there's a point where they go back, and whatever's happening it's about to happen.
Yeah.
So they can't go back any further. So I like the way they play on it. I mean, the acting and stuff like that was, like, per se, but like Cronus was saying, like, the storyline was pretty good, but, like, the ending was, like, what the fuck? Like,
and the fucked up part is that I understood what he was trying to say at the end, but at the same time, you need to, like, change that to something more definitive.
yeah.
You can't just leave it like the way it
open-ended or
was. I'm
whatever.
not going to tell you how it ended, but you can't leave it like that. Like, it ended, like, I don't even know how to fucking explain it. Like, I think this is the best way to explain it, is if you're a woman, this is how I imagine it, and you're getting fucked by a dude, and you're so close to busting your fucking nut, and you busting and it's done. And then you're definitely not busting a nut. You're just
Goddamn.
like,
But not even-
you don't have an orgasm. You're just like, I guess the night's done.
Yeah.
But
All
not
right,
even
go to
that,
bed.
like,
No nutting.
let's say you both are about to hit that about to show each other your O phase, and dude get a call from his wife and he has to go.
Fuck.
That's what it's
Damn.
fucking like.
Yeah.
You get all this suspense, and all of a sudden you're just,
All this build up.
yeah.
But I mean,
And it was fucking blue balls and pussies.
it's worth watching. Please watch it, because even though the ending was bad, the rest of the movie was good, and I think that simply watching the movie and showing that there's interest in movies like this will show us more minority groups in sci-fi movies, which is what we really need, because we need to have more original stories that are based upon minority characters.
There you go.
That's what we need, and not just rip-offs. 'Cause I can't fucking stand when people are just like, oh, we need a black Superman. No, we don't. There's a fucking Superman. We need a black Batman. No, we don't. There's a fucking Batman. Like, just, we need to have new stories. And this is definitely a new original story, and I will definitely commend Spike Lee on that.
Like,
Hey,
one
This is
thing,
Spike Lee that made this?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One thing I like about this was that, so I can't remember what comedian who said it, but it might have been Dave Chappelle or something like that. But a black person never wants to travel back in time.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing there for black, unless you're going back to Africa or something like that. There's nothing for black people in the past. Like, you want to go to the future, and this one
It depends.
kind of play with it.
How much ordnance do I have?
Yeah, I mean, if you got like guns, lots of guns, then yeah, you can change the
Wick.
fucking past. Yeah.
I mean, if you put me back like 50 years in time, hand-to-hand combat, I could fuck up anybody, right? But as far as like firearms go, like,
They still had guns.
I still
well,
got-
if you go back with armor on and shit, then yeah, you can wreck some
No,
fucking
50
shit.
years ago, there's a bit of a lot of armor. So if I went back 100, 100? No, a bit more than that. I have to go back 200 years. 200 years, firearms aren't very prevalent.
Yeah.
They're real shitty.
Yeah.
Real shitty. They definitely didn't know how to defend themselves with hand-to-hand combat yet. So I would take my chances.
Yeah, it makes me think of that episode of Justice League where Wonder Woman, Batman, and Green Lantern, they go back in the past.
Yeah.
And there's a scene, they're like in Western time.
Oh, yeah.
And like they're like cowboys and stuff are shooting at Wonder Woman. And she's like moving her arms. She's like, wow, the weapons back here were slower than they are now. Like, they were so fucking slow. But
Is that the same one where one of the they
when
run
they go
into
back-
heroes? No, but there's one oh no, they go to like the 50s, and one of the characters that's talking to Jon Stewart, and he's all, "You're a credit to your people, son."
no, that one they went to a different
It was
dimension.
a different dimension. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was, and like John's like, okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But this one, they went to the past because they were chasing after a time traveler guy. But then they went to the future where they met, like, future Static Shock and future
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Batman Beyond.
Yeah, and then they run into the half Hawkman, half
Yeah.
Lantern, half
So-
John.
So you know what's weird about that whole thing where like they say like if you're black you can't go back in time so far, but the weird thing is that there's like a lot of people today that are in slavery that are not black.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's like there's more slavery today than there has been at any other period in human history.
Yeah.
And most people don't want to realize that, and a lot of black folks don't want to like really even recognize that. It's just like, listen, if you want to talk about you want reparations and talk about how bad slavery was, every African American, like our whole community, especially in America, we should be the biggest advocates for anti-slavery around the whole world. But we're not. We're like, most people are focused on just American issues and how fucked up Americans have treated Africans here in America. But there's still issues throughout the entire world with people that are not black or even black as well that are still going on right now. But you're choosing to ignore that because your forefathers had issues. And it's just like that to me, that's fucked up.
I'm going to say some do choose to ignore it. I think a lot of people just don't even realize how prevalent it is, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, you know,
I
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that just some people
They
are
need to
just
wake the fuck up.
Yeah, some people are just completely ignorant about it. It's not something that gets talked about very often in the media. I mean, you have to be really aware to know about the huge numbers of people who were, you know, sold into slavery, you know, all over the world. But you're right.
Yeah, I think it's a thing that everybody should know.
Yeah.
Everybody should know and like realize. And I think another thing that people should realize is that somebody on this planet has it worse than you, unless they're dead. 'Cause then obviously that's the worst.
Yeah.
But there's always somebody that has it. Yes, yes, it is. Well, I guess it depends on what part of religion you believe in.
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or if you fight in some kind of like painful fucking disease or some shit like that, and you're like, you know what, death might just be the best thing to happen to me. Yeah.
You're right. But generally speaking, things, I mean, for most people, especially if you're here in America, you're already better than, like, I would venture to say 70% of the planet.
Maybe
Probably more than that. That's like conservative for me to say.
Yeah.
Because you're born in a first world country where you have to try or not try real fucking hard to fail in this country.
So
I've been to other countries where failure is the majority of everybody.
Yep.
And I think that once you go to places like that, it'll change your life. Like, you understand, like, when you have no bottom. In America, you have a bottom where, like, if you fuck up so bad and you haven't committed crimes, there's a bottom where, like, America will save you. We have welfare. We have all these fucking social plans that will help you out to pull you up.
Still homelessness, but yeah.
Yeah, there's homelessness too, but you're ignoring all these plans that'll help you. If you're homeless in America, it's still vastly different from being homeless in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in Djibouti, it fucking rained real bad for a couple of days, and people died from rain.
Yeah.
Like, nobody in America, you know, unless there's like literally
Floods
like
and
a fucking hurricane or some shit like that, or a flood, like a legit flood. Nobody's dying from fucking rain.
No, but I will say, and we don't live in a super duper cold weather place, but if you're homeless in obviously, you know, super cold weather places, then you're going to be
But that's also, you know, what's interesting is that there's not a whole lot of homeless people in cold places.
I mean, like Chicago and Detroit, right?
Not a lot.
No?
No. Look at there's a lot in New York.
Okay.
But as far as like the vast majority of like homeless people, there's a lot in California. There's a lot in like below like where it gets like super freezing cold.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll look it up as we're talking. But
So, quick thing. I know nobody else probably watches, but there's a show on Netflix called Bruno. This show is so fucking funny, but so it's about a guy who has a dog named Bruno, and all this crazy shit happens to him. And the acting and stuff like this is fucking horrible. Like, the acting is really fucking bad. Like, this is like...
You're recommending it.
Yeah, but I'm recommending it because it's fucking funny. So there's a guy who has a dog, and, like, he's, like, super protective of his dog. And, like, there's, like, another guy that has a dog, and he's, like... They're, like, competing against each other. Like, if you watch a trailer, like, the guy's coming to a stoplight, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, is that your dog? Like, your dog is cool. And he's like, oh, yeah, Bruno, sit. And, like, Bruno sits. The guy's like, oh, my dog can do that, too. He's all, like, Chelsea, sit. And the dog sits. But then, like, he's like, Chelsea, like, roll over. And the guy's like, oh, Bruno, roll over. And Bruno's like, fuck you, dude. And something like that. And, like, the guy's, like, super embarrassed by it or whatever. It's almost like, I want to say it's kind of like, almost like Broad City, but, like, with animals a little bit. Just on the humor side.
City,
just with the humor side. But there's this one badass fucking Latin chick that shows up in the show.
Oh. Now you got me talking.
She's fucking nuts. I posted in the group chat. It's a chick from the roller skating show.
Oh,
Glow?
yeah.
Yeah. That chick's in it, and she's
Not
fucking.
Glow. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's chick is so fucking hot. But like, it's just super fucking funny. Like, I definitely and episodes are like 10 minutes long.
Okay.
I think there's like 8 of them, and they're 10 to 15 minutes long, and you can power through it like real easily. But it's a really funny, cool show on Netflix.
Very cool.
But another thing I'm kind of scrolling on Facebook while we're doing the podcast, and apparently Black Mirror just dropped today.
Yeah, I did hear
So
that.
new episodes of Black Mirror just dropped, and like
The whole season, obviously.
the whole season, and like Facebook is blowing up with it. Like
Oh,
people are like,
shit.
"Oh shit, this is fucking dope."
I gotta
like,
watch with that K-Mac. She got creeped out from first of all Black Mirror and then Twilight Zone.
I haven't watched Twilight Zone since the one with the black kid.
Yeah, I need to watch.
gotta catch up on it.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on it because they were really good.
Yes, but yeah, Black Mirror. Like people saying like the Miley Cyrus episode is actually really good.
I believe it. She's weird enough for that episode to be interesting on its own.
Yeah.
Did she come in like a wrecking ball?
She probably does.
Did we have any B's and B's?
There's a few.
There was one in the chat that was really good.
There was one in the
Do
chat.
the-
It was
do the ones-
earlier.
Yeah, well, Warfellow had asked, you know how like somebody had redid the battle scene between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Oh yeah, seen it.
and he asked like, what fight scene or what scene would you like to see recreated in modern times?
Well, to be honest with you, like pretty much any Star Wars show or Star Wars movie after episode 4 and beyond, episode 4 through 6, sorry, could be redone. People give a lot of shit to the Star Wars, the prequel movies, about being really bad, but their action was way fucking better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Compared to like 4 through 6.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, Phantom
hands
Menace.
down.
Phantom Menace had probably the best saber fight ever committed to the film.
Yeah, I mean it was fucking excellent. Yeah.
With Ray Park versus racist Qui-Gon and Ewan Jedi. I mean, that's
he killed a black guy.
yeah,
Well, he tried to kill a black guy. And he got killed by a black guy. Maybe that's why he was so mad.
because he came back, got new legs. Yeah,
And he was basically Jesus, right? He didn't really die.
There you go.
yeah, but he ends up dying eventually.
He didn't die.
He does die.
His spirit is still alive.
Oh, I'm talking about Darth Maul.
Oh, Darth Maul. He didn't die either.
Yeah, he does. He dies.
Not from that.
Not from that. He dies later.
Yeah, way later.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is way later, but he
Yeah.
still dies.
He gets fucking spider legs and shit.
Yeah, it's weird because like when they have a rematch, everybody was pissed because it literally lasts 3 seconds. But he meets his end real quick, and he dies by Ben Kenobi, not Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh shit! I didn't know
Yeah.
that. All right, so he had Star Wars. What else you got? In terms of,
Trying to think of like an epic fight scene that could be redone.
I'm gonna give you one while you're thinking. I would love to see from Kill Bill, the Bride versus. I'm gonna say Lucy Liu, the one in Japan,
Yeah.
where it had the Crazy
That was a good
88s.
one, though.
Crazy 88s
That's
first,
already good, yeah.
and then she fights her in the snow outside of the bar.
Lucy Liu is still fine as fuck.
Yes, she
And
is.
she's like, I think 50 now.
yeah.
I mean, she's up there, but
Lucy
damn.
Liu and Uma. I've always liked.
Hey, see, Uma's. I never had a thing for Uma. I mean, she seems cool as fuck. Like I'd hang out with her, but I don't think she's like
Bad.
hot. Yeah, I don't think she's like Lucy Liu hot.
I give Lucy the nod over.
Yeah.
So that's
Let's see
my
how
answer.
old she is.
What you got, old ninja?
Yeah, there's so many though. I'm trying to think. Like, what would have had? I would like to see the Matrix Revolutions, the final of the Matrix film.
That's a
That
good
very
one.
last fight, I think
With Neo and Mr.
Neo and Mr. Smith, where they're
Yeah.
doing their Dragon Ball Z fight in the air.
Yep.
That needs to be redone. Like, I was not happy with that.
Nobody was.
Yeah, I mean, it ended kind of abruptly. I like to see some more like fighting with that.
Yeah, Lucy Liu is 50, by the way, and she is still
looks
bad
great.
as fuck.
Shit. I was gonna jokingly say like I want to see the fight from from the Princess Diary with my name is Don Corleone. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah.
Like that would be a cool scene because
From Princess
that
Bride?
scene was kind of it was kind of one-sided and stuff like that. Like I like to see them like really battle it out and see each person's like sword fighting skill. But I would I want to think of something from Terminator, but there's not really big like fight
all-
scenes in Terminator. It's all about guns and shit.
I mean, there's one at the end, but it mainly is all weapons and shit.
Oh, you know what would be a good one is Was it Equilibrium?
Oh, but those
With the
fights were
gun,
pretty
well, no,
dope.
well, with the gun fu, like compared to like John Wick and shit like that.
Gun katas.
I'm saying gung fu. Like to see them do some cool shit with the guns with that would be kind of fucking dope. Yeah, I would say that.
Oh, you already know. You know what we missed? A lot of people probably would have wanted a redo of the Night King fighting Jon Snow instead of Arya sneaking up. A lot of people thought that was going to happen. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Jon fighting the Night King or Jon fighting Grey Worm as he tries to go to the throne room and he has to kill Grey Worm to get to Daenerys.
There you go.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not a proponent for the petition to remake the show. I think that the show ended on a note that it should have ended, despite what some of y'all may think or y'all up in your feelings. Y'all forgot what show you were watching. But there are parts that I feel were rushed, but for the entirety of the show, it ended where it needed to end.
There you
There
go.
you go.
I got a question for you guys.
What you got?
Who do you got, Lucy Liu or Ming-Na Wen?
Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen from
Ming-
Ming-Na.
Ming-Na Wen from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh,
We
both
saw
of
her.
them.
We saw her at
This is-
WonderCon last year.
This is for a fight, or this is for just being
Nah,
the
it's
badness
being-
on my arm?
Going
Fine ass-
inside.
yeah.
Looking great at advanced age.
Yes.
I got Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah, I got Ming-Na Wen too.
Yeah,
sorry.
I got
Sorry,
her
Lucy
too.
Liu.
Damn,
I've been
pull
dude,
her up. Pull her up. I ain't seen her in a minute.
We saw her at WonderCon like
Yeah.
what last year?
Oh no, she does look. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Now I see her in my mind. Yeah, you're right.
She's on Agents
right.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. and still.
She got a little
bad.
bit more body with her. You know.
Oh yeah, she's got. I mean, cause she's like, she's still doing action scenes. She does her
Yeah.
own stunts.
Yeah,
she
she
fucked
bad.
up her own
She bad.
leg.
I'll take her.
Did she just recently have a baby too, or is that?
I have no idea.
Is that only in my imagination?
I mean, if that was
Yeah,
me,
Ming-Na Wen looks.
I'd be trying to give her babies every year.
Is
Yeah,
she still in Souls or what the fuck's going
Oh
on
man,
here?
How
she's saying soon, your soul is mine.
How old is she?
Look at
She's
that.
like 52,
Oh,
I think.
Man, I like it.
Man,
That smile, everything about it.
Is she
works.
pregnant in that one picture?
I don't know.
I don't want to see her pregnant.
pregnant.
She's 55, so she's older.
She is older. She's fucking beautiful.
She bringing it. She bringing it.
God damn.
Lucy got the freckles, but she bringing it.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll do you one more. So Ming-Na Wen versus Michelle Yeoh. Who you
Yo,
showing?
yo.
No,
see who
I'm
that
going
is.
Oh,
Ming-Na.
Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na
Yeah,
Wen?
yeah.
Alright.
I mean, I got a lot of love for Michelle Yeoh for being in a lot of Jackie Chan movies.
Yeah.
But Ming-Na Wen.
She's also in Star Trek Discovery.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
I was
okay,
going
I know
old
what
school.
Yeah, yeah, she's in a lot of Jackie Chan films.
Dude,
Isn't she? Is she in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
yes.
Yes,
Oh, okay, yeah.
she's in
She
both,
brought it.
isn't she? Because the
Oh,
sequel's
yeah,
a
there was
Netflix
sequel.
exclusive.
Yeah, I forgot about the sequel.
The second one's a Netflix exclusive.
Shut the fuck up, really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck,
Dude,
need to
I
watch
thought was it Zindang Yin was fucking hot as hell.
Oh, she's in Godzilla.
Oh, she is?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she was in that Netflix special
That's
too.
right, she is in
Yeah,
it. She's a
that's
scientist.
She's
Okay,
a scientist.
She
She's
was-
the one who says kaiju.
Yeah.
She was the one. She was also in the Netflix the Cloverfield.
She is in
Thingy.
Cloverfield. She
Yeah.
dies. She gets solidified in
frozen or
water
some
and then
shit?
fucking sucked out in
Yeah,
space. That sucked so bad. We actually have another. This one might require a little bit of thinking, but this is from Dirty Stew. What is your Mount Rushmore of comic book writers, artists, and creators?
God damn,
I'll pass
that's
on that one.
That's a really good one.
You want to wait?
Can we save that one? I want to do even more research on
We
it.
waited a week, but you're right. We need to wait again. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I saw the question a while, like last week.
Yeah, I
And
want
I
to pay
forgot to
tribute.
answer
to
it.
it.
All right, so
I know Hickman's gonna be up there.
Yeah.
so Dirty Stew has another one. So he really enjoyed. He listened to the anime villain panel.
Oh,
Thank you
wow.
for listening.
Nice.
He was just wondering what anime has the best villain but is not a good show.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
question.
I remember him saying that, but I have never continuously watched a anime show that had a bad villain.
Wait, are we
Uh,
limiting this to anime or maybe just live action
we
as
should.
well?
From the panel, I thought
Yeah,
it
okay.
had to be about it.
Yeah, it had to be
I thought you were
anime.
gonna open it up, but okay.
Well, if you open it up, I mean, like, if it's a
Live action.
Even like
No.
shows.
I don't know why are you saying live action.
I'm just saying.
Live action what?
Live action TV show.
Like with humans.
What live action TV show had a shit villain that
Like I was thinking
you
Heroes.
still watch?
Yeah.
Like the original Heroes. Like was it Slither?
Sylar.
Oh,
Sylar.
Sylar. Well, he was
Like
good
he
at
was
first,
dope though. Yeah,
Yeah.
until he became like kind of pussy
but
made.
the whole show got
Yeah.
Remember they had the writer's strike in the middle of that
Yeah.
second season or something?
Well, even
Oh,
they,
it was
but
like
even when they
second
tried to
or
reboot it, like the reboot wasn't that great either.
It
They
was
tried,
Heroes
but-
Reborn.
So much potential.
Yeah.
It did have potential. It ended shitty. But all right, so anime, best
can't-
villain.
anything.
That's a tough one,
Good
man.
villain,
I think I
shitty
gotta
show.
go back into the lab with that one because I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
So
I
we're gonna have to
can't-
shelve that one.
I don't think that there's no show in anime that has a bad villain that is still a good show.
Yeah.
Like
You said a bad villain, but shitty show.
what?
Or sorry, good villain, shitty show.
A good villain shitty show?
Yeah. So the villain is good, but the show is shit.
I can't even think of one.
Yeah.
If you have a good villain, that should elevate the hero.
It's an interesting question.
It
I'll,
is.
I'll do a little research, but
That's like-
nothing's coming up.
That question's almost like divided
Oh.
by 0.
Hold on, I can tell you that a villain that let me down
Oh,
was in Bleach. I can't pronounce his name because it's hard.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Ulukria or something like that.
The guy who turned into like the Panther, right? Or
No. Actually, he was okay. Jagger Jack, that's the guy, the Panther guy. Ulukria, I can't pronounce his fucking name. But he was the guy who had this. He was shit! I should have fucking researched this because I haven't watched Bleach in fucking forever. But he was a hollow that can go stage 2. He's the
Yeah.
first one that went to stage 2, and that's when shit.
He met Ichigo.
That's when Ichigo put on the hollow mask and basically went fucking evil and fucked him up. Like fucked him up bad.
okay.
But but he was still good though. He let me down, but he elevated Ichigo to a new level. That's why I always say a good villain should elevate a hero to a new status. They have to elevate the heroes. You cannot have you cannot have a villain that doesn't elevate the hero.
Yeah.
That should be the main focusing point of if you're gonna be a writer, you need to write a good villain to elevate the hero.
There you go.
And he elevated the hero to a new level to where he's basically went on pretty much god status.
Yeah,
So-
he has a crazy fucking name.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard to pronounce.
It's like Yukirira.
yeah,
God damn.
ULQUIORRA. I can't pronounce that shit. It's fucking difficult. Basically, he turned into like this crazy ass fucking bat thing, and he was fucking badass. And he killed Ichigo.
Damn.
Ichigo came back in like this crazy god status and fucked him up.
Yeah.
So.
And that's
yeah.
when the series was canceled.
Well, no, it actually went many seasons after that.
Oh, it did? Oh, I thought it got canceled after that.
Oh no! It got canceled after he went to the fucking the full bring and all that shit. It got bad like after a while.
Yeah.
But that was the last good story arc. Was that one?
Yeah, I stopped watching it after the whole fucking soccer filler.
Yeah.
Soccer?
Yeah, it was-
Filler episodes are bad, man.
Well, no, for this, it was so bad because there was a main story that was going on. Ichigo was fighting against like Lockjaw or whatever, and they were like, "Oh, on this episode, we're gonna stop and not talk about Ichigo fighting Lockjaw. We're gonna go and talk about this soccer fucking match with this
so
magical
you missed a
princess
lot.
shit."
Yeah, you missed a lot. So
I gave up after that. I was like, "Fuck this."
It was Grimjaw Jaggerjack.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
his name was. And yeah, they did it twice in the season in that whole series where in the middle of a badass fight scene, they stopped everything and put on filler.
God damn.
I was like, but the show is still good. Sorry.
Let's round.
You know what had bad fillers? Fucking Witchblade. Me and Cake Man talk
Oh,
about
I
this.
didn't watch it.
Oh my god, it had the worst filler. When it was getting good, it turned to shit.
That fucking sucks.
There's one more B than B.
Oh, no, we gotta wrap it
Gotta
up.
wrap it
We'll
up?
save it. Save it. Yeah.
Well, all right, we'll save it
People
next.
gotta work in the morning. I don't.
Yeah.
But
Old Ninja, what you got popping this week?
So I'm gonna bite the bullet and watch Dark Phoenix this week.
Oh boy.
Probably seeing it Friday. It's getting
The
flamed.
trailers look good though.
Trailers look good, but the critics so far are flaming it.
Some users too.
Yeah, there's some users flaming it. I've seen some people compare it, saying that there's people saying that if this was an MCU film, everyone would fucking suck his dick. But I'm like, this is still a Marvel film. This is still a Marvel property. So.
yeah, it's funny saying the trailers look good is like saying that Pamela Anderson back in the '90s was hot, but she also had hepatitis.
Oh, god
Just
dang.
saying.
Yeah, that she
Y'all-
did.
Y'all forget. Y'all forget.
But every time I think of trailers, I always think of was it Highlander or not Highlander?
Highlander.
Skylight Skyline.
Skyline, yeah.
Skyline, yeah. That looked good, but that movie.
Oh,
Was,
I mean, you know,
They made more than one.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
sequel, and they're both on Netflix.
and they're both horrible.
Yeah. So, seeing Dark Phoenix this week. Now that Black Mirror is out, gonna drop that. Still playing the Division 2. I did not get a chance to twitch out Dauntless, but I plan on.
I downloaded it.
Yeah, I've been playing it a little bit. I mean, I don't play it that much, but I plan on trying to go in pretty deep. I plan on twitching a bit more. Hopefully the rest of us do as well. I know that Stitch is itching to do the raid. Hopefully we get to see him twitch that out this weekend. Should be on the lookout for that. Watching some of this NBA final stuff a little bit. So Friday night, I'm going to see what's going to happen. Hopefully the Warriors bounce back.
The Warriors lost today.
Of course they lost, but hopefully Friday they bounce back.
Yeah, they got beat bad.
Yeah, so I think that's it.
Yeah. Carlos, what you got?
What am I doing this weekend?
Oh, E3 shit?
No. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll try, but it's not like 5 something. But there's something I'm doing this. Oh, your kid's party.
Oh yeah, that's right on Saturday.
Jesus Christ. You should have said something. But next weekend, the weekend after this weekend, my oldest daughter gets here. But I'm going to push to get the vast majority of the shed done, the Infinity base done.
The week after. Okay.
Yeah, because first of all, one of my big TVs is in my daughter's room. It's on her bed, so I need to put it in the Infinity base, and I just need to get shit done before she gets here, so I can just have my shit finished.
There you go.
She's going to the Art Academy University in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Which is gonna be pretty cool. Other than that, not much going on. Oh, I'm gonna film another workout video on
Good shit.
Saturday. So yeah, that's it.
Blue, what you got?
So the Sweetness and I are actually going to be going to Seattle this weekend.
Nice.
We're just going out there to hang out and just kind of get away from it all.
Coffee and weed.
Yeah, y'all are a couple that just
Wait,
travel.
is it legal up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
It's legal here too.
Well, I know it's legal here. I get high all the fucking time, but
It's legal in a lot of places, man.
but it's because Kevin Pereira had a show. I thought it was called like not super. That wasn't Super High Meat, but it was something else. But he went to a restaurant where they had a steak that had fucking cannabis butter that was drilled on top of it.
Whoa.
It was fucking insane. I think it might have been in Colorado. Colorado's legal too, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
they the first state? I think it was based in Colorado. But oh man, yeah, I'm gonna fucking try to get high up there. But
yeah. It's a funny story, but remember when we did that race, the Spartan?
yeah.
And I got hypothermia.
Oh yeah, you went up to.
Yeah, so I went to Washington, which is like the one closest to me that was the soonest.
Mm-hmm.
And I went up there, and I finished the race just fine, but I got really bad. What do you call that shit? On the bottom of your feet?
Calluses.
Not calluses. It was
Blister?
It's
Bruises?
fucking. It was painful. It was like there's a tendon that goes through your foot.
Tendonitis?
Not tendonitis.
Carpal tunnel.
Not carpal tunnel. That's in your fucking hands and your wrist. I can't remember. Anyway, some shit that happens to your feet. Basically, I could barely fucking walk.
Damn.
But weed was legal there, so I got to get a little high to fucking help my feet out. So yeah.
So me and the Phoenix, we're doing that. So we're gonna do like the Space Needle. We're gonna hit up a few museums, this and that, and this and that. But I got a photo shoot on Monday too, which I'm kind of excited about. Like, there's actually a paid customer who's not a friend or a family member, so it's gonna be good shit. But I'm looking forward to that, and definitely gonna try to watch Black Mirror probably once we come back. But I'm also hoping we can cover E3 next week too.
Yeah.
So you can definitely look out for tweets from us, hopefully on Twitter and probably some stuff on Facebook as well.
Good shit. I started off on that HBO show Chernobyl. God damn, that's a good fucking show, man.
Yeah, Stitch was talking about that, right?
Basically, it's a horror show.
Yeah.
Plantar fasciitis. That's what it's called.
Okay.
That's what I had.
I never heard that
days.
before.
Yeah,
It's fucking awful.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chernobyl is a fucking horror show with radiation as the monster. So I like that a whole lot. And I did see some of it's like a 5-part, 6-part one on the Central Park 5 on Netflix with Ava DuVernay called
I heard that's
When They See Us. So
a
far,
lot
so
of
good.
fucking controversy behind that.
Rightly so. I mean, it's about the fucked up judicial system and
Yeah.
a prosecutor that was a fucking cunt. And
Well, I remember the story too about the 5 kids who were just hanging out at the park, right?
Yeah. And they
Caught up in some shit.
We're definitely worth seeing so far. I'm only on episode 2 on that one, but
I didn't
really,
know it was
really
a
good.
series. I thought it was a movie.
Yeah, it's a 4 or 5-parter.
Damn.
But
Is it
like
what was
Chernobyl.
that movie with the white guy that got all?
Making a murder.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite as long as that one, but it has like John Leguizamo and the guy from The Wire in it too. Catching up on Black Clover as well, and I'm actually knee deep in some fucking Call of Duty, back on the fucking zombie mode and a little bit of multiplayer. So.
You need to get Battlefield 5, you bitch.
I do need to get some Battlefield.
You need to get
I have been itching
You need to get
for
the
it.
Division 2. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
that too, bitch.
Battlefield 5 is looking good.
No, but Division 2 is way better than everything you just
They're
said.
both fun. Just get both. Get it in the package deal, goddamn. Anyway, we're Black and Black Times Infinity.
Infinity.
Check us out. Check us out on the webs at BThanBTI. That's BThanBTI. Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Play FM, Apple Podcasts. Go on there, rate us, give us 5 stars, leave a comment. Our official website, BenHeadProductions.com/BThanBTI. Check it out. All of our stuff's on there. And then on Amazon, we have an app on there. You can go down and download it, and it'll let you know when we go live.
We're also on a new platform called Radio Public, and we'll be on Spotify shortly.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Thank y'all.
Thankness is coming your way.
Radio Public pays us, so listen on there.
There you go.